folks. Here we go, episode 115. Missing a body. She's
under the weather.
Under the weather.
We did have a brutal sandstorm the other day.
Was that Monday?
I said nope.
Where, like I said, episode 115, We Whiskey Wi-Fi podcast. Thank you guys for coming in, tuning in, listening, whatever platform it may be, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever you may be listening to us on. We appreciate it. Watching us on YouTube. Appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, Annie's gone. Had a bad dust storm out here in Vegas, along with a nice temperature drop.
Yeah,
so
significant.
Yeah, when it was a good 20 degrees,
almost 30. Yeah, because we were teetering on the 90s. Yeah, we were in like the low 90s, and then all of a sudden, I woke up this morning and it was 44 degrees.
Okay,
that's actually 50. Yeah, that's.
I haven't been paying attention, but I've noticed I went from AC to
heat.
Not heat, but like put the sweats back on. I still got the windows open. Yeah, I still got the windows open.
Well, you still want some fresh air, but
yeah.
No, I completely did the same thing. Like I had a thermal on around the house yesterday. It's like a light one, not the old school Long John joints.
Oh, I'm assuming
from the Ute.
I'm assuming you want dressed like that.
Hell no! Like we passed them days.
You just came out of Chicago project somewhere. Shout out to Chicago. Not this. Just very specific look.
Yeah, I was thinking the Running Scare joint from the '80s with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. Yes. Again, I'm old, so the reference.
That's how I see Chicago.
Yeah. Cold.
Like, my bad. But yeah, like I said, Annie's out of it. Rightfully so.
We wish her the best. She'll be back.
I had the same thing going on, so I'm assuming what it was. Like I said, I woke up.
You described her symptoms in the group chat. I was like, oh, Jada, no. That's why I was like, you sick too?
No, it's like I said, a quick 24 hours.
You made your version of a hot toddy.
My version of a hot toddy that's been like working out for me for a good 20 some years.
I saw the ingredients and I was like, yeah, that'll do it. It's like, knock that shit right out. Like,
you have a great what I call fever dream, where it's just like, whew. Yeah, one of those. And you also have the night sweats where you wake up soaked.
Oh God. Oh.
But at the same time, you wake up the next morning, you're well rested, a little bit dehydrated, but you ain't sick no more.
Yeah. It's like like body temperature went up. Like
no,
if you're sweating, your body temperature went up.
I think it's because of a combination of the alcohol and hot sauce.
But you got to remember, you got internal and external temperatures. So
I don't know. It happens when I sleep.
Yep.
Like I sweat. I have night sweats all the time. Sometimes. So like if I hard day at work. I come home and it's tossing and turning because I'm sweating in my sleep still. So it is.
I get them during the summers, but it's just because the amount of water you take in, and then like your body's like, all right, cool, we need to get this shit out.
Yeah. So it's nothing for me to have just like a night where or day wake up in the middle of the day like God just soaking.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, props. I'm not props, but good.
Best wishes to her.
Best wishes to her.
Yeah, we've been in contact. We love you. You know that.
She ain't
dying. Yeah,
like she got a little bug.
Yeah. You saw the medicine. She'll be all right. Yeah.
She about to have
if you know about that Vicks D40, the DM44, you'll be all right.
She about to have a long sleep.
She gonna wake up and just like voice gonna be deep and gravelly.
Talking about I got kids.
Wait, who am I? It's like, how did I get here?
That's a good thing she's not here though.
Yeah,
I feel like dragging her for some reason.
Bro, like last week you called me the ops. Like, yes, I was rewatching. I was like, this nigga.
Oh, we can speak on that too.
Well, first, we did go to the strip club. We had a good time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, which my guy Jada, like, I appreciate you coming out, and I appreciate Annie coming out. Like, it's a person who doesn't celebrate his birthday normally, and specifically, the past 2 years have been weird with COVID, because my birthday 2 years ago was when lockdown started. Remember, you hit me up. You were just like, yo, you alive? Yeah. He goes, ain't it your birthday? I was like, it was a couple of days. He goes, what you gonna do? Getting Final Fantasy 7. That was it. It's like, that was my plan.
That was 2 years ago,
right?
That
was 2 years ago. Last year I started working again, and I ended up having to getting fired from SDK, and then
it's been a whole year already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I just wasn't in a celebratory mood then, and then I went to New Orleans, and I got my groove back, if you will. Love that place. Great city. But yeah, we ended up going out, shot again to the homie Ryder. The setup was cool. The hospitality was great. Hey, I like anytime I can walk up, get walked in, and be left alone. Like, that's great. Like,
I got it. I was just like, but there's a lot of explaining. That's all I was saying. And that's not a hate or anything. I was like, man, there's no way. Anybody in Las Vegas know how to do anything?
Apparently not. Like, not without people.
Is there any like communication going on? Do y'all talk? Oh shit! I should have had that on silent. That's on me.
I told you I always trip out about your ringtone. Because no, my mother's nickname is Charlie and her last name is Brown. So I'm just like, I should have that for her, but I don't. It's like,
that's my thing, man.
But yeah, I remember you were laughing because I was like, yeah, I can't see shit in here. Like, it was dark as fuck to me.
No, I was Drogo, go sit down somewhere. I was laughing because I was like, this nigga wears shades when we record podcasts and he can't see in the dark. I was like, God damn. It's an extreme like shit. So that's why I was just like, holy shit.
You know, it was funny.
And then, like I said, with the whole thing with the music in the club, I didn't know that's a thing now. I have to ask around more, but like
edited music
in the strip clubs now, where it's just like, yeah, a lot of the music is censored. And I was just like, wow, like,
I feel like Palomino's still playing uncensored music. Yeah, like they're just the last stand of debauchery.
They just might be.
Yeah, I laughed too because I went to the bathroom a couple times. One of the times I walked back, I'm walking by the bar, and this girl, like, I stopped for a second. This girl was like, I've been looking at you the whole time. I'm like, Ma, I can't even see you. It's like, I can't even. I could see the white shirt on the bartender, and that was it. It's like, in the lights, in the liquor, I couldn't see people at all. Like,
it goes back to my last thing I said in the other podcast. Just practicing, ladies. It's like he can't see you.
He's leaving the country.
You might blind him, and he's leaving the country. So what are you talking?
Just find out who he's sitting with and go talk to them. Leave him alone. Like, I was really hoping you. Nah. He leaving the country. Don't even like him.
No, like I don't. No. I never said anything like that the entire time we were in there.
Oh, no. In my head, it happened and I laughed at it. Like, you got to understand how many scenarios happen in my head that I laugh at that I know wouldn't happen unless some shit
I
was
just sit there like, if only you knew.
Yeah, had a good birthday, had a good time at the strip club.
When that pizza came, it was a wrap for all of us.
Oh, well, you know what's funny? You put the cap on tonight, and you were like, no, in the sense of, I'm out. I got my timetable. I'm gonna be out of here by 2 because I got to be at work by this time.
Right.
And I was like, dude, that sounds like a good time. Like, well, I don't need to be out like that.
I learned one thing, and I didn't learn. I already knew it. Because I even said it to the girl that was sitting with us, like, we here early.
Yeah, I realized that too.
And I realized when we were leaving, now it's popping.
Yeah.
Because, and like I said, I even said that to the girl the nice girl that we were sitting with, not the one that kept coming back. That kept dealing with you.
Yo, okay, so I got to tell you one thing that happened with her. Because she, like, introduced herself, and she was like, oh, where are you from? Like, oh, we're from here. I was like, where are you from? And there was this look that she's this mortified look on her face. I'm like, what? She was, well, I'm from Russia. And I was like, I'm not Ukrainian, yo. Like, I'm not, we not there. It's like, come on, yo. Like, but like seeing that look on her face, I'm like, you know, when you look at somebody, you can see they're about to lie to you. I was like, you all right? It's like I felt bad, but then I'm like, all right, let's just go on. And it's kind of like, you know, like with some white people, oh, well, slavery. I'm not saying you own slaves. You're younger than me. I know you didn't. It's like, it's just chill. It's like that guilt kicked in hard. And I was like, it's a strip club. This is not a place for it. So there was that. That's why she kept coming back. And I'm just like, okay.
No. I don't know why she kept coming back, but I believe that. I refuse to believe that was the reason why.
I felt like it had something to do with it. It's like,
dude,
we're recording. It's like, he's like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. I don't know. That was always. There's always one, no matter what, that just does too much. She just happened to be the one.
Yeah. And she didn't even do that much. So like,
no, it was the constant comeback like it was a relationship.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
It was like she was checking in, like to let us know that
I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool.
I was like, all right, legs, keep it moving. But it's like,
and then she talked to me last, like as we were leaving.
No.
And then I was already on it. No.
I already know that with you.
No.
Bitch, if I'm not first, you're last. Leave me alone. Like,
she went from him to Annie, then to me, because I gotta see now in my defense, I was busy when she came along. I had a very curly hair, nice thing. Just
chilling. You was chilling, bro. You had the leg over the couch. You was. I respected. I was like, oh, this man toning it. This man's taking it down a little.
I was literally there for the conversation.
I had to. I did have to. I had told you I had to get up because where we were sitting at, we were by the entrance, and I was high. And there was girls just standing there, not saying a word. And then you'd hear an occasional cough or like some word or something. The fuck? Like, yo, like, because you were so quiet. It is dark. I forgot you were there. It's like, yeah, you're not in my plain view. And so I'm just, girl, what? Oh, shit.
No, I was keeping it real low key because.
Back. Yeah. It wasn't.
I knew my usual group of individuals weren't even going to be there until like 2, 3. And by then, I plan on being home. So I knew that was a wrap. Nothing against the night. I'm just saying. I knew
you already had that kind of setup.
So I'm just looking about what can I just.
It's like going in the club early.
Yeah.
It's like,
what can I get in? Get to know. I don't want to say get into.
Who can I get to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, then the little curly hair thing came up, and then like it was like
she was dang y'all. She
blessed. And then she went on about her night. And I had my eye on one, but could never get.
Which one?
Little short blonde. I think she might
have the glasses.
No.
Oh, okay.
No glasses. She had a specific look to her. I'm surprised Annie that didn't say anything.
Annie was looking at the blonde one with the glasses.
I never
caught
saw
her.
the one.
No, I caught her. Yeah.
Go figure.
I laughed too. I was like, you got a type. It's like.
But no, it's like I tried to talk to her at the end, and she hit me with the up and down look. I said, oh,
boy. It's like,
I said, you're lucky we walking out this door right now. Because that's exactly when it was. We were like leaving.
Oh, okay.
And maybe I've read the room wrong. Not even read the room wrong. Maybe I've read her reaction wrong. Maybe it could have been, don't talk to me now, but when you're leaving, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Or, fuck you. Fuck is you?
Fuck wrong with you?
Yeah. I took it as a ladder.
I'm always going to think it's disrespect.
But at the same time, I was like, I'm leaving, so I don't really.
There's no need.
And I'm like, but if I had 5 minutes.
If you decided to take that 5. Yeah. Now, like I said, birthday was cool. That night was cool. Something happened on Friday that, like,
I wasn't involved, so I was at work.
Oh yeah, nah. Like, I have a Facebook account, but I don't ever check it. Like, I don't even have an app on my phone. You know, like, I just realized I remembered the password, but I'm still not active on it or anything. And somebody I used to date, course, you know, your birthday comes up, everybody says their wishes. Mm-hmm. She hits me up, like calls me on Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, who the no. And like I ignored her for like 3 times, and then she kept calling, and I'm like, what? She goes, you didn't even return. I said happy birthday. You didn't even say anything back. Where'd you say happy birthday at? And she was like, I said it on Facebook. I don't be on Facebook. She goes, well, I tried to go to your IG, but you had me blocked. Yeah. It's like, mm-hmm. And you're calling me.
This is why.
You're calling me on an app. So you don't even have my number, which is ironic because my number's linked to the app. But then she was just, well, I just wanted to check on you because I haven't talked to you in a minute. No, there's a reason for that. Like, I just kept like trying to abruptly end it. No, there's a reason we stopped talking. And then she's just like, what? And I'm like, let me ask you 2 questions. Yeah. You still with the dude you left me for? Yeah. You pregnant again? She just, there's like silence. And I was like, I bet. Do me a solid. Yeah. Don't ever call me about my birthday because this isn't about me. This is about you. And you being with the sorry nigga that you chose over me, your words, not mine. It's like you called that nigga sorry, but ended up letting him go raw on you. That's a you thing. And it's just, so like, I'm like, I have to block you from multiple apps. Like, I hope you realize you're the problem. And that was the end of the conversation. Like, and before, like, she called me back and I'm already ignore, block, swipe, delete. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not talking to this girl in 3 years. So why would you hit me up on my birthday? It's like, I don't fucking care. So please stop hitting up people because you want to talk to them knowing damn well they don't want to talk to you. Save yourself or don't and get roasted.
I got nothing else to say.
It was just annoying. It was just like, as soon as what? Like, literally, you know, when you answer the phone, what? Like,
I would have did the ignore part first, so that would I never had.
I watched it. I mean, I watched it ring a few times, and she kept calling. I was like, all right, fuck it. It's like I took the trash out and left and came back, did a bunch of shit. No, but yeah, that shit was just stupid. And I was like, all right, we're moving on from this, and I did.
No, like I said, you finally hit the ignore, so. I don't have to say, hey, hit ignore. So, like I said, I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah. But, yeah. Feels good to be 39. My back don't hurt yet. You know, no shit like that. I don't know. Like, I was like, I don't know what's supposed to happen. It's like,
I don't know what advice to give you, bro. Be quicker with the ignore button. That's all I say.
It felt good to kind of have some venom.
No,
and like that.
You need your closure.
You got to get it out. Yeah.
You need your closure. That's what it was.
I don't know if it's closure. It was me closing the door.
No, that was closure.
Yeah,
that's called closure. Whatever you decided. Nah, you ain't going to fool me like you did last time with the whole hurting. You know, the hurt. No, you're not doing that again.
I didn't fool you. I did not. Okay, hold on.
You're not going to hit me with semantics and all that shit. And post that up on the internet and have me looking like, look at this heathen. So, nope. Let's correct that action right now.
I posted a clip last week of the comment, like you said, the separated from the herd, and I said undivided attention. I wasn't trying to set you up. I was just like, we see things from different angles.
All right. No matter what angle you see this situation was, that was closure, sir.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
What'd you say? What?
Closing the door?
No, it's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Nah, you know.
All right, me.
Yes, trying not to be toxic, but some people bring it out of you. So it's like, it's a chemical reaction. What can I say?
No, I'm happy you finally did that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It does. It's like, because like I always laugh when you're like, yo, like when you come to me last or whatever, and I'm like, part of me is like, yeah, that's your pride talk. But at the same time, this nigga's right. Like, I am not an option. It's like, yo,
I'm not saying it.
No. But like I said there, no, I took it and I thought about it. I was like, this nigga's be right though. Like, don't. Like when we talked about the DM that happened when I got the DM and then we got copied and pasted.
Yes,
I thought about it. If the tables were turned, I'd be like, this, like it's the Silk Sonic. This bitch, like it's that feeling. Like, and it's fucking lame. It's like,
I don't know if it's a compliment to me because, like I said, some people could look at it as like they know not to come at me with that bullshit, so they say come to you first, or
You just picked one. Like, you just picked one and then said, okay.
Yeah, I
like, to this day, I never read that DM. I stopped when it got to the name. Oh. Yeah, I was like, your friend, but whoop. It's like, I'm done. Like, that whole paragraph got ignored.
Like I said, once I noticed what I was looking at.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, oh, that don't end well for her. Like, that's not going to end well. It's like, you raggedy.
Like, that was just, you bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh. Like, you didn't even copy and paste right.
You screenshot it. Heifer. It's like, oh. It's like, I try not to talk derogatory about women, but this one's coming. It's like, yeah. Trying to sit there and laugh about other shit. Like I said, I've been in a good mood today. Woke up, watched one of my favorite movies of all time because it just popped up on the screen, the Spaceballs. Shout out to the guy, Mel Brooks. Like,
we ain't found shit.
I tried it. Instagram was being weird. I did my part when he was playing with the dolls. And, what did you see? No, I didn't see you playing with your dolls, sir. It's like,
movie's just so great, man.
From beginning, Jewish. She doesn't look Jewish. Like, it's if you've never seen Spaceballs, I highly recommend it. It's
what were we watching on?
It was on YouTube TV off of like IFC had it. So. But that's a movie I had on DVD, and it's a movie I'm probably going to buy on DVD again at some point in my life.
Pretty sure it's still sitting over there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, use the Schwartz. Like, it's just... Like, Mel Brooks formed my comedy, like my style of comedy love. So,
Mel Brooks, 100%. Because it was...
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles, High Anxiety, Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. And of course, Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's like...
No, what was it? It's good to be the king. And he boofs it.
I think that was Robin Hood Men in Tights.
No. Was it?
Yeah, when he kissed it was...
No. I think it was Men in Tights, though.
Yeah.
I think it was Men in Tights.
Because that was young 17-year-old Dave Chappelle killing. Like...
It was that and... a lot of Monty Python growing up.
Oh my! I spit on your grave. Like, I spit on you. Only a flesh wound.
The Knights of Knee will always go down in history to me as one of the funniest skits.
Yeah, it was that Bill Murray movies.
That whole movie,
era.
Really,
that whole
movie.
Yeah.
Because we actually watched.
It's like Spaceballs. It's the whole flick.
This how cool my teacher was. Shout out to Mr. Jordan, 7th grade. We got to watch that, and as like he was cool. Maybe a little bit too cool, but no, I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, I know what you're saying.
He be like, hey, I would go down. He said I would sometimes go downtown and just listen to the guys freestyle and be like, yo, they say coming up with pure poetry in their head. I was like, these dudes is about to rob you, fam.
So he's like the white teacher that was on the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You could say
these
that.
brothers, hey, chill. Like, why are you there?
No. He would never be like that. He was never like that. He was cool. He was just like, this is where I live, so I should be able to go see things and
you should.
As you should.
But you are where you are, sir.
And so, but yeah, he would always encourage us to like branch out, listen to different music. Like, so that's why we did this thing like every quarter. Every quarter, where we had to memorize a poem, but each quarter, one of those 3 quarters for the year had to be a song of a genre that you didn't listen to particularly.
I like that, though. You need people out in your circle that challenge you to listen to other things.
So a lot of us went ahead and just did our song, first. Yeah. And I think mine was Think in Excess. But I was like, y'all motherfuckers don't know. Like, I listen to this shit. I need you tonight.
Like, yo, that's one of the joints. Like, womp, womp, womp.
I was like, exactly. Like,
like, my mom listened to all that. So, like, I already had that coming in. Like, one of the first songs I remember listening to as a kid was Bowie, Let's Dance. Mm-hmm. Let's dance. This is like, it's put on your, like, it was like, woo. Like,
man, what? Sting with some Roxanne. Or what? Police then? Was he with the police?
Yeah,
he was with the police then. Yeah. So this was all
Phil Collins, all that. Yeah,
Genesis. I go back to that shit. So him telling us to do that, I was like,
I bet. Yeah, okay.
And if you saying I don't do country, yeah, I did do country because I was on some Alabama shit. And I grew up on Dukes of Hazzard, so it was every Friday night. And because my mom had the remote, it was Friday nights was Incredible Hulk at 7, Dukes of Hazzard at 8, Dallas at 9, and I think whatever it was at 10.
Dallas, I feel like Dallas would have been followed by like a Falcons Crest.
I think it was Falcon Crest.
Ooh, the slap happy soap operas. Like, somebody got this shit slapped out of ass.
And I was allowed to stay up at night and just like, who, what?
She did what? Whap. Like, woo.
So, and then, so that's how I actually learned about soap operas. And like, you mean this drama goes on during the day? And I was like, okay. So then it was on this is all over the place. Going back a couple of earlier years, my babysitter at the time, she was big on General Hospital. So I go back to the Luke and Laura days and some dude named Scorpio or Scorpion. I can go back, all right, on some GH. And what was the one day? Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Hourglass. And then don't
prime time daytime TV.
Prime daytime TV was
daytime
so
TV.
slapped that Mary J. Blige sampled. What was it, Young and the Restless?
Yeah, Bone Thugs Harmony did Days of Our Lives.
Yeah,
come
on.
Somebody probably did General Hospital. We just ain't got it yet.
So I don't know why that was a rant, but that was all over the place. But yeah,
that's classic though.
But no, that's so. You grew up watching a lot of that stuff, and then you grew up in the same era where the kids is getting kidnapped every day, and there's crack.
Oh man,
so every waking moment is drama.
I remember I said that we were talking. I forgot what episode.
And your role model is scooting backwards on his feet with some sparkling socks on,
with a sparkly sweater.
So. What are your choices in life?
Like, where do you go from here?
You know what? I'm gonna watch these Thundercats for about 3 hours because I gotta get my head right. Remember to try to be a kid.
Speaking of which, I think I sent you one clip. The dude doing different theme songs for shows. Is this dude Brian Blackmore? He's on Instagram and whatnot. Funny as hell, but he literally comes in like an exec and he's like, all right, so I got, like, he always do a pun regarding it. Like, he was talking about, like, made references like Huey, Louie, and Dewey. He goes, we got this show. It's about these ducks moving with their uncle because I guess their parents died, whatever, and he's rich, swims in his own thing. We don't need it to be a bop for, like, ever. And then they start playing the song, and it's just going, and he's just like... And I'm like, yo, the song had no reason to slap that hard. Like, it really didn't. Like an aeroplane. Yeah.
Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes.
Is a duck world.
Duck world.
Duck world.
Duck world. Oh man.
Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. If you ever want a fire clip to see on YouTube, Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco was on the Tonight Show with the Roots. And they did the DuckTales theme. That shit's hard. Like, I was it was a couple years old, but when he did it, I was like, yo.
That's the same time, right around when they did the Jamie Foxx one also.
Yeah. Oh, he did a few. He did Darkwing Duck. He did one for All That, and I can't find it, but the All That one was hard. He goes, we don't really need to slap, but it's like, and I was like, yo, that shit didn't slap. Like, it was TLC though. Like,
wasn't Coolio? What was Coolio on then? No, was that Kenan and Kel?
Yeah, he was on Kenan and Kel.
Kenan and Kel.
Yeah, because that was right after Fantastic Voyage and all that shit happened.
Oh yeah, because it did have the Fantastic Voyage like sample, I think.
Yeah.
Or look to it, man. All right.
Yeah, that's a TV show rant, but
y'all don't know, man. When we say y'all ain't had no slaps on TV, like we had slaps on TV.
Ooh. Oh, I sent the Power Rangers one. That's the one I sent. It was like the Power Rangers. He goes, we don't need it to be crazy. And he goes, it just got to, and it's just like, yo, they didn't really have to go that hard on the guitar. It was like. Yo, like I've literally gone through it because I keep seeing shit. I'll see, from Final Fantasy VII video game or from Mario Kart. They're like, yo, like I need you to do this.
Nah,
like they did the Halo joint. And it's just like
they didn't have to make Mario Kart that good.
Yeah.
Of a video game. Like seriously.
Oh, that's it. The Mortal Kombat one was from the movie. They were like, listen, we don't need it to be really techno and all that. And they went hard, and it was like, yeah, like
really?
I was like, that was our first techno joint for
what nightclub I was in. They played that shit one time. Niggas
like,
ready to square off.
Yeah, like there's certain songs like I laughed at the Chappelle shit. Remember, play the fight riff. There's certain shit that like yo, like if you hear it, you think this. But yo, if I'm in a rock bar and I hear "Welcome to the Jungle," I'm scanning the room because it's just a gut feeling.
No, there's
It's the same thing being in a hip hop club and they start playing old 3-6, like tear the club up 3-6.
That's when you start backing up to make your back to the wall.
You know, back when like I think I talked about this. Back when songs used to be like "fuck the security," because we got to fucking DJ the fuck out of there. Because I was like, yo, that's like 5 songs in a row where they all said "fuck the security." You feel a certain way, bro? Like, you all right? It's like,
I don't know about
play
that,
another. No, DJ did. I was like, play another song with that shit in it. It'll be your last song. Like. It wasn't even a crowd yet. And I'm like, bro, it's like, what are you saying here? It's like,
was he saying, what song was he playing?
He was playing like the 3-6 Mafia joints and shit like that. And then like, it was other shit and fuck the security.
So he was,
but every song it was like
he was
that.
saying it.
He was singing along with it. But like, it was like this song, had a line, fuck the security. This song, and like, you know, they're only playing a minute and a half, 2 minutes of each song. Like them old Lil Jon things like that. They had that shit in there a lot. And then when niggas was packed in there, you trying to play the fuck yo set. Nope. We're on the West Coast. It's like I used to walk around and see dudes throwing up gang signs. Y'all got it. This is in Dre's. Like when we first started the hip hop room, I used to walk around and tell niggas, yo, stop flashing gang signs in here, bro. Being a Crip ain't got nothing to do with our bottles being 450. You got to chill. Like, because you're doing it to a table across from you that's flashing the opposing sign. Now you're making us have to work.
Time to earn your money.
Hey, if nothing happens all night, didn't we earn our money? Oh, okay. So you just want to work. You don't want to work in a safe club. See, it's niggas like no. It's like I need some violence. What is it? I don't want peace. I want problems. Like,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Good shit either way.
Did not say that.
Yeah, I do laugh though because all that Lil Jon 3-6 Mafia, Pastor Troy, that was all like high school sports music. Like that shit would get people hyped.
Like I said, because of the age difference, things are a little bit different on my end. Like I said, back that ass up. Back that ass up is always going to be back that ass up.
Listen, that's the New Orleans national anthem. Like salute. I've seen the French Quarter stop when they played that song. Like,
I learned during our grand opening weekend that what was it? To the window, to the walls, blah blah blah. Somehow that's became a staple. Not one of mine, but apparently
that was my college years.
You know.
Because it was funny having to explain to white dudes. They'd be like, dude, what does ski mean?
Yeah.
All right. And then you explain it. I sing that song with my sister. Well, maybe you should do some research.
I had that conversation. I had that conversation with a gentleman at work who was just like, I never knew until Chappelle told me.
Yeah.
And he was just like
oh, skeet. Like, no. Like, yo. Like I remember hearing the song the first time. To the windows. Okay.
I knew what it meant.
No, but I'm saying
I knew what it was.
But like I'm telling you, like I think we was at the beach the first time I heard it when the beach was open. Old club in Vegas.
Shout out to that.
Shorts and white tees all day long. Like love that place.
You earned your money.
Well, we was hanging out. Yeah, we was still in college. So well, they used to, we knew something was up when we could get into shorts, sneakers, and t-shirts, and we were like, fuck it. But I remember the first time I heard that song, and I'm hearing from the window. I'm like, okay. To the walls. All right, let's go. To the sweat drops down my balls. What? I was like, wait a minute. Like, this is a turn. It's like, and then, skeet. Wow. Like, okay, this is where we are now. Still not more vulgar than Luke, though, so I can't really argue. Like,
now.
Really? Yeah, let's go. Like,
Scarred.
Bro, we played that before an episode. Like, rock beat, come, rock beat, come, rock beat, come.
So what?
Gucci Mama.
Yeah. Off the Friday soundtrack.
Me So Horny.
I'll go back to for Me So Horny, not so much.
I just remember it had people in an uproar, like old white people, but still.
Mine was one.
It's not an opinion. You can go look that up.
We're having some fun in the bedroom all day. That's dirty.
Yeah,
that's dirty. Because we can keep counting.
Yeah.
And now it's a different podcast. So. But we don't want to talk about this. You said we got silent, right? Man, start counting his head. He's just like, oh shit.
We can go there, but
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So NWA is always going to hit different.
I remember Dope Man. Like, I remember my brother was playing it all, and I remember hearing everything, but Dope Man, for whatever reason, was the one that stuck with me. Hey, Mr. Dope Man, you think you're slick? It was like, what? Like, you know, and then of course
more like 100 miles of running.
I got into all those later, but hearing everything, when I heard Dope Man, that like that, like the beat and all that, I was like, what is this? Dope Man. I was like, oh, this shit is hard. Like,
Ice Cube told me it's okay to say fuck your friends with no Vaseline.
Ice Cube gave me the new term for woman's vagina. The dugout. It was like the snappy nappy dugout. It was like
giving up the dugout. So
I was in a little league hearing this. I'm like, y'all making this bad. Like,
so once again, like I said earlier,
you think it's wild now. Like,
we different. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta sit back and watch Thundercats and realize. I might be
you know
too,
what? I'm gonna go watch this Ninja Turtles movie and chill the fuck out. Like,
might be too young for this sometimes. Like,
oh yes,
I gotta remember I'm a kid.
Oh, we were talking about Jungle Fever because we were watching the Samuel Jackson interview with Desus Mero.
I don't know. By that time, I was a man.
I wasn't. So imagine being like 8 or 9 year old me. Oh, like this is what we doing. Like,
and I don't mean I was actually a man. I was doing manly things.
I was outside.
I was outside, yeah.
That's the term we're going to use to be clear.
There we go. I was definitely off the porch playing with the big boys.
Oh, to be off the porch. Like,
man, my neck started hurting. That brought back a stress out of nowhere.
I forgot. I've been listening to old episodes, and like she said something, and you go, "Wait, when you said that, the back of my neck just tightened up."
Dude, there's certain stresses that just trigger. And that was one of them. Being in an interracial relationship the weekend after Jungle Fever came out.
Like I told you, I kind of had a white girl that liked me around waiting to excel, and I was like, "We got to play this one out." Like, I didn't really have to defend the whole.
It wasn't a defending thing. Let me go ahead and tell this story real quick. It wasn't a defending thing. It wasn't anything. I hadn't seen the movie.
Yeah.
Okay? I hadn't seen anything. A lot of people went ahead and saw it on that Friday.
The lead song had Stevie Wonder on it.
I had a job. I had a job and I played sports.
No, but what I'm saying is even the lead song from the movie had Stevie Wonder on it. So it's very misleading.
It was very happy-go-lucky. Until fever. She's got jungle fever.
I'm like, cool. Like,
we're in love. Hey,
because it wasn't even called Jungle Fever. I always heard it referred to as the swirl.
However you want to call it.
No, but I remember I never heard Jungle Fever. I always heard, he's down with the swirl.
Yeah.
It's like,
so Friday go by, people see the movie because that's back when you had to see movies on Fridays at 7.
Yeah,
there was no Thursday.
Movies came out on Friday night.
Yeah. Movie comes out Friday, some people see it. Movie come out Saturday, some people see it. Movie come out Sunday, some people see it again. I go to school on Monday. Keep in mind, I'm not in Philly no more, right?
Good movie.
I'm in the South.
In Virginia.
I'm in Virginia.
You know, the place that didn't make interracial marriage legal until 1951.
Oh.
It's like... Yeah. It's like...
All right, you know... So I'm just walking, right? Minding my business.
Yep.
With lovely young lady at the time. Straight A student. Like,
Doing everything right.
Right?
Apparently. Not.
arm in arm at the locker. Next thing you know, I'm just getting all the stairs in the cafeteria. I'm like, uh-oh. What didn't I do now?
Or what did I do? Yeah, like, what did I do or not do?
How you gonna be? And then it was just like, how you gonna be with this woman? I'm like, what?
I like her. She like me was not good enough. Like,
Oh no, not especially at that time. 10th. Well, I forgot what grade. I think it was 10th. I won't say 10th. Yeah.
Towards the back end of high school.
Yeah, it was just yeah.
Like I told you,
I was single by Tuesday.
Oh man, like
might not have been Tuesday. Might have been fourth period.
before lunch.
Yeah.
You know what? The only thing I can compare that to is, and you know how the East Coast parties go. You can have a girl and you have her through the weekend, and say y'all hang out. You don't hang out one night. End up at a little party, doing whatever. Something might happen. Something might not happen. But you come back and like whether you did something or not, you're in trouble. Like I laugh at that Joel Ortiz call me and he's like, I'm chilling and ended up in the staircase. It's like, damn it. Like, cause those staircases for us are different than staircases for other people.
I just realized I lashed out after that.
How so?
Cause I went on a fucking tear.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all want me? Okay. Like
I lashed out. I remember lashing out bad to the point like to other schools, like type of thing.
Okay, that was my senior year here in Vegas.
And
I wasn't lashing out. I was just.
I hate looking back on my past sometimes. So I can just be like, holy shit, that's where I fucked up.
The marked points. Yep, right here.
Oh man, no, because I remember being angry because I actually did like her. Mm-hmm. And because of that breakup, we never really spoke, whatever, and it was different between
those be the worst too.
And I just remember lashing out on some trouble things, but I was already getting in trouble. By that time, I'd already gotten like pulled out the classroom in my by that time, I already got pulled out of my geometry class, I believe, for some shit. Like, you need to come with us, sir. It's like the assistant vice, what was it? The vice principal or whatever, assistant principal, whatever you call it. Mm-hmm. And one of the two, a detective and a sheriff. I was like, yeah. I did it now.
Yeah.
That was a crazy ass day. I remember that because I limped. Because I had a busted knee at the time. I had a busted knee at the time. And I was just like, y'all see I'm hurt, right?
Don't matter. Get over here. Like, take your time. We're not going nowhere.
I had a hyperextended my knee. Yeah, that's a crazy ass way to go out, man. Yeah. And then after that, after I healed, did all the other shit, went through that whole fucked up ass year after that with the breakup. I think what happened was that I go to military school before. I think that was something happened where I was just like, I disappeared. That's when I went back to Philly.
So you went up north as opposed to going down south. Like, yeah, like, all right, so
I was already down south.
So on the East Coast, you either, well, I'm the kind of exception because I went west, but usually you go, because most people, like, they got their families, like, family relatives down south. So usually, like, I'd say with dudes getting, like, legal trouble, they dip. Mm-hmm. When girls either get pregnant or they doing too much and it look like they're gonna get pregnant, they get shipped down. So like, I remember like, oh man, yo, she went down to North Carolina for the summer, and I guess she's gonna stay down there. Church, she in church 3 times a week, ain't she? Like, you listen, when you go from urban to rural, things change. It's like, especially when you don't have a car. It's like you're not going nowhere unless somebody take you.
So I went up north for a bit.
Went back up north.
Yeah. I don't see how that made things better. Got a nice little talking to. Couple of man-to-man talking to. Then I got sent back down again.
Niggas thought you was in jail?
No, because it was just like, it was.
I mean like your classmates.
No.
I guess that's specifically a New York thing. You disappear for a while, you come back. Oh,
it was like a summer.
Yeah, like
it was like the summertime. It was like, because I got in all my trouble, whatever. Did, quote unquote, did my time. Still had some more time left before school started back up. So, like I said, went up north. Had to come back down for like sports, whatever. But I came back with like a different attitude, different way of moving around. Not gonna say it was a good, positive thing, but that's when I went on a tear, and that tear lasted till I dropped out of college after 1 semester.
So, that's a tear.
So that's like a good 2.5 years.
Almost 3.
Like,
it's like, yeah.
Like, fuck it. I just remember it. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Man, shout out to, I'm sorry. It was so bad, I remember apologizing for some shit. Because I feel like I had to. But she was just like, nigga, what? That was so all those years ago. I don't give a shit. I got kids now.
See, that's the thing with me. Like, when like shit's in the past, I'll be like, yo, we don't talk, cool. But usually, like, I can say this, like, I can count on one hand how many girls I've done wrong, but I've been done wrong way worse. And so it's been like I'm one of those people who was like, yo, if I've done wrong, I can only apologize so many times because then it feels insincere. So I'll apologize sincerely. I'll apologize again. You want a third one? I don't know. It's like I don't know. Yeah, I'm seeing we got Baker Mayfield on TV, and his dog is just like doing what dogs do, just sleeping back up, paws up, just not giving a fuck.
I don't care who's here right now, fam.
You talking? Okay, sure, whatever. Like,
fuck these cameras.
This is my house. Yeah, so I can't sleep in my house. Yeah, I wasn't doing this yesterday. Like,
I'll show you my whole ass right now.
You're lucky I'm not laying on you. Like,
I respect it. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I could not stop laughing.
That shit was funny. Like, I was trying not to laugh at it, and you started laughing at it.
That's how I know I'm hot, because that sucked me in. Cause I was like, look at this dog not giving a fuck. And I'm looking at Drogo.
It looks familiar.
Yeah.
This nigga don't care. That's why we fuck with him.
Speaking of, the groomer, something he said has been living in my head.
Okay. Elaborate.
And I hate that.
All right.
So, dropped him off. If you can't tell, dropped him off. He's white
clean.
again now.
He look clean.
Yeah. Because he badly needed it.
Oh, Miku's due.
So when I picked him up, they were having trouble putting the harness back on him. And I get it. It's not the easiest harness to put on. It's not your standard,
And he's not a 20-pound dog.
Right. Well, that wasn't the issue. They just couldn't put it on him. They just didn't know how. Because it got twisted up somehow. And because they washed it. I didn't know that. They washed the harness and everything and whatnot. So I guess they got twisted up. They didn't know how to put it back on him because they got twisted. So I had to come in and put him on. And while I'm putting the harness on him, the guy that groomed him just goes, yeah, he's different.
I mean, he is though. Like, I know. You like what somebody says? Oh, he's special. Like, hey, watch your mouth. Like, yeah. I think you also got to, because you.
I had a Chris Rock moment because I was like, yeah,
shit. Like, oh, you see it too? Like, the fuck.
Oh, I know what it was. Never.
Okay, I was like, I wanted to look over here, but I'm like, this ear heard it.
No, I know what it was.
As long as you know, like,
The controller for this, it slid down. So that's, for some reason, that comment's been living in my head.
It's different. He's different.
I feel like I need to go back and talk to him. Like,
yo, what'd you say about my dog being like? I think you said before the Phillies started to come out of you, so you kind of gotta make sure you're taking it the right way. Hey, yo, do me a favor. This is why I'm bringing this up. I need you to say it again. Like, I need to hear it again. Like, so know it's me.
Because I know he is.
But like, you've been around him for a little bit of time. I don't know if you can say that. It's like,
you know, it's like, it's your kid. Mm-hmm. You can say whatever the hell you want.
You can call your kid an asshole, but if somebody else called your kid an asshole without like, how long you been around him? Yeah, you just calling my kid an asshole because you want to call him an asshole, or did he do some asshole shit that you're not telling me about? Right. It's like, that's
all I'm saying.
It would be like if we were sitting there chilling and somebody was like, Jada, you asshole. Look at you. I'm gonna look at you to see your reaction, because you may know this person that's calling you an asshole and be like,
I better.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the point. Yeah, because if you don't, I'm gonna be like, you know, if somebody walked up, we're all chilling, somebody, what up, asshole? Yeah. Yo, who are you talking to? Because like, I need to know.
But like I said, in this instance, I just like,
hey, my guy, come here.
That's in my head. But at the same time, I'm like, how you? Like, I bought the harness here. How don't you not know how to, like, work it? That's what I'm also thinking. But, hey, there's certain things where it's like, look, you sell it and not know how it works. I get it. I don't know. That's just been sitting in my head. I feel like I need to put that out there before I,
heard somebody catch a case.
I just need to say it, you know?
All right, bro, we're good. Go lay down. Go.
You just need some, I don't know. Dude,
I know. The cut is fresh. The cut is fresh. You look fluffy and lovely. I appreciate you, sir.
I really took you out before we started recording.
But like, we're recording, so no.
Jogo, go sit down somewhere, man.
Go over here. All right. He listens a little bit. It's like,
go sit down.
Yeah, it was funny. On Monday when that wind started kicking up, Miku was like, people going by, Miku's at the sliding glass door, like, and then like that shit hit hard. And she just goes, no, it went right to the cage. And I was like, we understand each other. That's why I love you.
That was the day I learned that these new drivers can't handle.
Bro, I would have experienced that shit in Dubai.
It's when I see the California drivers, the Utah drivers, Arizona drivers, and the Texas drivers.
Washington's up there too.
Did I say Utah?
You said Utah. Washington's up there too.
I haven't seen too many from Washington. That's where the influx of everybody has come from in Las Vegas now. This is over what, 9 months?
Yeah.
To a year.
Say like 15, almost a year and a half.
Hence the gas price, not the gas prices, but hence the
rent prices.
Along with the Raiders Stadium, is just, and now the talks of baseball. Oh, when the basketball and baseball come, it's a wrap, folks.
It might just be, if you ain't bought nothing, buy a property and then rent it. Get the fuck out of it. I hear Memphis is nice. It's like,
it's Miami now. Then it's Miami.
Oh no, I'm saying
no, Miami prices. I mean,
oh yeah, no, I'm talking about other places to live. Yeah, like
I said, a lot of people already start moving to Pahrump, which is 45 minutes out.
I don't know if I can do that.
Not with these gas prices.
Yeah, it's Pahrump. Like,
it's not that bad out there. Actually.
I heard it's a little methy.
Dude, meth. What we got? Fentanyl. Pick your poison, dude. What are we arguing about?
You want to be toothless? You want to die?
No, you want toothless aggression
or death. Toothless aggression is great.
Like I don't know.
Oh God, that was so fucking great. Oh, because it's accurate. Yeah, so trust me, I couldn't move to Boulder City. They're a dry county.
Never.
Nah. It's like,
I don't know. This is where it's like I just re-up here. So
shit, even my cousin's talking about he might go between California and Florida once his lease is up, and I'm like, I get that. It's like I truly do.
I'm taking it year by year. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I can still afford it. Thank God the whip's paid off. It's mine.
adulthood
type shit. So
yes.
ain't got that over
How
my head.
How much you pay for your car? Insurance and gas.
Yeah.
Registration once a year. Leave me alone. Like,
that's a fucking. That's the only way I can explain it. Pardon my language on that one, but there's no other way to say that. Like that's a nice rogering. That.
Like you could just buy me dinner first. Something.
Dude, I feel so hollow when I get done saying that shit, bro.
Just sitting on the floor of the tub.
Yeah.
Just oh man, like I hear you.
That registration is just for what again? Mm-hmm. Oh, don't get me started with the smoke. All right, now I'm rambling with the smoke shit. Anyway, what do we got going on? Rest in peace to Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
This was something I'm not going to say I was surprised about.
I know you've been dealing with an illness.
That part. So, and they never disclosed what it was. I never went back.
Once I knew about his illness, I was like, I hope it was a peaceful transition. That's all it was.
Because I had heard, read, looked at him, whatever you want to look at it, however you want to call it, where it's just like, I don't think he's well. And then when I got the alert, I hate getting alerts on my phone like that. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I wish. I'm
gonna start turning this shit
that off.
Yeah.
So, I got that, and I just was like, and
because I know it when I started seeing him pop up on like other people, like comedians and stuff that I follow, and like they're showing love. And once I saw that, I kind of looked it up and saw that he passed. And before I posted anything about him, the first thing I did, because it's of all the things he's done, the iconic voice work that he's done and everything, the thing that made me laugh the hardest was him and the Bob Saget roast.
I remember that, yes.
Because it's fucking brilliant. Because he keeps saying a sentence, but he only emphasizes two or three words. And it was just like, wait, what? Like, and he just, I'm not going to repeat the words here because he was talking about Bob Saget. I also rest in peace because I posted that picture with him, Louis Anderson, and Bob Saget. Mm-hmm. But I remember watching Bob Saget in that moment. And Bob Saget is wiping tears away, crying. And like, I literally had to, like, I watched it and I was just like, yo, like, I swear to God, like, I felt like he'd walk in and be like, what up? And everybody's gonna, it's like getting the norm reaction or like, you know, the sitcom clap when somebody walks in. I feel like I hope he got that kind of a reaction in heaven because he deserves it. It's like,
I was somewhere, this is random, and we were discussing, I was with some old security guys and we were discussing celebrities, and someone told me that I met him, but I don't remember meeting him.
You think you remember some shit like that? Like he's
100%.
He was Iago.
Yeah, like 100%. Like
I remember him in the LL Cool J video and Beastie Boy video.
Yeah.
It was like
so I was just like, no, I'm pretty sure I remember because I remember anybody. I remember most comedians I meet, hands down.
Yeah,
no matter just off rip. So that's why I was surprised. They were just like, no, you met him. He was like right behind you. He's like, he kept looking at you because you were a giant, because he's short, you know, whatever. I'm just like, what?
When? Like, I don't remember this shit. Like
no way. Because I think, and and this is just not to name drop, but I think for some reason they might be getting him confused with Chris Kattan. But I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I could think of, and that's the conversation I do remember having with someone, because he was just like, because we were like, he was in the elevator. He was like, "You're the shortest security guy in here, and you're still fucking taller than me."
That's some very Chris Kattan shit too.
Yeah, like, just like, dude, I'm minding my business.
But you're cracking up.
I was like, dude, really?
That's how it was with Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson was just like, he was like, I'm drunk. And I was like, all right. He goes, point me in the direction of white women. And I was like, 360. And he goes, are you God? And I was just like, nigga, like, if you don't can I work? No. Fuck you. Like, even like Cedric Yarborough and shit. Like, Cedric Yarborough was cool, but when he started doing when he started doing the Boondock voices from the crowd, and I'm like, I'll get to you in 1 second. Nah, nigga. Like, yo, like, like, I'm over here getting giddy and they're looking at me thinking it's a problem. And I'm like, no, y'all don't understand. Like, you're not watching the Boondocks right now. Like, it's like
he was a little bit different because I would always have
Once he gets lit though, he's like very huggy, like very like grab on you, like which is cool. But it's like I gotta know you, bro. Like get off. You 6'6", you're like 6'4". Like you're pulling on my neck. Like,
it's that, and men don't shave their armpits.
Yeah,
and
you've been out all night.
When you put that arm over me, and we outside.
It's like, yeah, understandable.
That's it. That's it.
That's that on that. Yeah. Nah, but yeah, like I would have. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I would have remembered if I met Gilbert Gottfried, because like as I said, that voice, so many voices, so many character work, and beyond fucking funny. And like dry wit. Like I remember I was watching the whole episode of Living Single and he was on. And he was just like a scammer and that shit was funny.
He had okay. Even though his comedy wasn't my brand of comedy, it was just like it would make me laugh and I was like, ugh. I was like, come on, dude.
Only you can get this out of me.
Like, come on, man.
It kind of feels like low hanging fruit, but it's like, yeah, I don't want to laugh, but I'm laughing.
It's good though.
Yeah. Oh no, it's brilliant. Good. He's well crafted. Like
so, that's. You think I would learn something from him, but yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, trying to think what's. Oh, of course. I'm always talking about crazy shit happening on the subway, but what happened yesterday was probably the crazy shit. Like that was wild.
Yesterday was wild.
That was wild as fuck. Like, and like, I'm glad everybody involved is all right. There were no life-threatening injuries, but even if it wasn't like that image of people barreling out of the train with the smoke and shit was like.
I'm trying to understand the Bronx.
It's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yeah,
sorry. Dude, it was like a half a mile away from the Barclays Center.
I don't know why I said the Bronx.
Yeah. Because usually the Bronx is some wild, but even that's wild for the Bronx. But
no disrespect to the Bronx, I'm sorry. No, I mean you put that on.
Bronx niggas know.
But
it's like
when I heard it, I was just like, I did one of these. Like I just woke up.
Yeah. Because like I got a text and it was like, hey, check on your people in Brooklyn, and I'm like, I get a text and I see that and I'm like.
Because when I hear shit like that,
I'm like, what happened with the Nets now? I'm like, what happened? Like, that's all I thought it was.
It's not that. I woke up to like shooting in New York, mass shooting in New York. I'm just like, pardon me, excuse me. I'm automatic like, who I got hit up, who I got called, who I got check on.
That's why I got hit up with that text. And I was like, I'm thinking, but like, I knew the playing game with the Nets and the Cavs were going on. So I'm like, somebody get injured. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I thought. But then I sat there and I'm like, oh, shit. And then like I go to Twitter. I watch news and everything, but like I'll go to Twitter because it's an unfiltered first eye like POV kind of thing, where you can kind of just you'll see somebody's video from their phone and it can't be doctored. And it's just seeing people barrel out of train, seeing the one dude still stuck there, and I'm just like, and like for me it hit different because I took the train to school.
That part.
Yeah, it's like in New York City schools, you get a green and white Metro card. I learned this, and also, you get up to 3 rides a day with transfers. That's the max. You can't use it. You cannot use it after 11:30 and before 5 a.m. Like you have restrictions on it, but you get familiar with the train. You're on the train with everybody, and as I've said before, the New York subway system is like its own universe, where I could tell you some dope shit happen and some wild shit happen. I've seen all kinds of shit on that train. But I ain't never seen nothing like that. Never seen nothing like that. I saw a video during the pandemic where a dude got punched and fell over the ramp into the thing, and they helped him out of it. Someone's like, "Oh, it's humanity," and I'm like, "Nah, they don't want a train delay." But regardless, it's like even that video where but even with the video where the dude was trying to commit suicide, they was like, "Yo, go commit suicide somewhere else, B. If you make this train late, I'm gonna fuck you up." And I'm like, there's an understanding, but this shit was wildly different. Period. Like that's the only thing I can say. Like I've never seen anything quite like that. And I've seen niggas shoot niggas. It's like I've seen all that, but it's like the subway here, and like my man came in with a construction vest and fucking and a mask and had like smoke bombs or some shit. Like And then apparently they got custody of him, but like my man rented a U-Haul, which I'm like, that seems on brand with the situation. I'm like, you got to put a credit card down on that. Well, never mind. It's just, like I said, I'm glad nobody was like seriously injured. But like the train don't need nothing. You don't need no additives to make the train more wild than what it normally is. Period. It's like that's just the end of that sentence. So, and it wasn't far from where I was at when I was in Brooklyn the past 2 times either. Like,
just thoughts and prayers to those that are injured.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say. This shit, that shit's just
shit is wild. Like that's it. Like shit is wild everywhere. Like you really got to keep your head on the swivel.
That's how I move around.
Activate your spider senses. Like if we can feel when shit goes on. Like I told you when we were at a strip club and the strippers were behind me, they weren't saying nothing. But every once in a while, I'm like, oh shit, you're there. And it was like it fucks with you. At least it fucks with me. Like if somebody's behind me and I can feel it.
I was a little uneasy with them behind us. I even said that to one of the girls.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm hot.
Well, the girl that was sitting with us.
And even whatchamacallit, it's just like I said, like it don't need anything extra. Like you don't need to add any more seasoning on it to make the subway trains fucking crazy in New York. And this is a whole other thing. And yeah, so.
And I guess while we're at it, condolences to the quarterback. Now I'm having a brain fart. He was killed.
Oh, Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, yes.
Yeah, in a car accident. 24 years old. Like that'd be the part.
I think he was 23.
23, 24. I think he was. I think he had just turned 24.
Okay, yeah.
But before the age of 24, if somebody died that young, it was upsetting. Like it was always like, damn. Like, but now that I'm getting closer to the point of like I'm not too far away from doubling that age, like I used to get mad when like older people were like, oh, you're a baby. I'll never call an adult a baby. Like you're still young.
No, that's the kid, right?
Yeah,
there.
You're still young.
Sorry.
You're a young man. You're young.
He's a young
man.
Like you can call him adult. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say baby because like you're like
to me, that's still a kid.
You're a young man. Like you're still coming into your own.
You've been through some shit, but
you're still coming into your own.
Yeah.
You're still forming who you're about to be for the rest of your life.
For that,
it's just sad. It's very sad.
And then mother dudes saying comments.
Oh, it was Adam Schefter. It was like
Adam Schefter was one.
He put like a backhanded kind of thing in there, and it was like, bro, you gotta read. I tweet. You tweet before you read, and you're like, why would you? Man. You don't have to leave out whatever. My man got drafted, played for this team, signed to this team. That's all you gotta say. You don't gotta. Oh, he struggled to find his footing. Stop. It's just unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's like, if somebody died in a car accident and you bringing up the fact that they had a drug problem. Were they driving? Were they high? Nah, then there's no reason to sit there and even bring that shit up. It's the same thing they do when black people get killed and, oh, he had traffic warrants. So that constitutes it being okay to bring this up now. The man's dead. A little bit of tact.
No, that tact. They don't know that word.
So we got to make a list of words they don't know: tact, accountability, decency. Yeah, yeah. All right.
Oh, that's been thrown out the window.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to say it but it's really feeling that way. It's
like I said, no one can say. It's gotten to the point now that no one can report or say anything on social media without giving an opinion.
It's an ed op piece, basically.
Everybody has to have an objective behind something that they're posting or saying. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, shit like that is being said, and then it's getting what I meant to say or whatever. Like, no, it's out there.
You said what you said. Like it's there, and even if you delete the tweet, other people will screenshot. Like if 90% of phones out now can screenshot. It's like so yeah.
But,
it's super unfortunate to Dwayne Haskins, to him and his family.
And rest in peace to Gilbert Gottfried. Both gentlemen, really. Because that's just, man. Like that. Just, man. Come on.
Yeah. Other than that.
Well, that was depressing.
Yeah. Other than that, since we're still talking about sports, we got NBA playoffs. Well, the play-ins are starting now. which is
so they're playing today.
Yeah, so yesterday the Timberwolves and the Nets both made it. Timberwolves getting like a lot of critique because I guess they over celebrated. Patrick Beverly was out there being a menace like he normally is, and he was going up against his old team. That basically didn't. He demanded a trade because he wanted a new contract, which he earned. He is one of the. I'd say this. He's top 10 defensive players in the league for sure.
Not going to disagree.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that's like, if he's on another team, you can't stand him, but if he's on your team, you be like, like, because he's one of, like, there are certain people that can get into the game.
Disagree on that.
I say it in the sense of there's certain people that know how to throw other people off of their game, and it's based on trash talk. It's based on little moves and like nudges and all that kind of shit. Especially in basketball, like they'll do little cheap shot shit, tug at your jersey, all that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things. It's like I remember this kid on my team. He was good, but he pissed off this team from the Bronx. My man took 17 charges in a game. Like, I was counting. Fouled 3 guys out. Like it was just, they were getting so pissed off because he was like, yo, like, we were playing this school and they were all big. Like, their shortest player was my height at the time, and I'm like 6 foot, and everybody else is up. So he's like, fuck, I'm gonna do. All of a sudden, dudes came in, charge. And it was just like, and then like, he got us into taking it, so we just kept taking charges. That team was getting mad as fuck. Like, they had to start going to they like freshmen and younger, and then that's where we got the advantage. But would I say do it every game? No. But if they're gonna keep calling it,
hey, at that moment, not
like,
gonna be mad.
Yeah, it's like, and it's just kind of that philosophy, and it's like, you can't beat him in the head up, yeah. So you got to figure out how you got to beat him. Like, I played against a dude like that, and he was just like, I walked up to do the starting tip, and
this dude I saw, I faced, like, I remember fouling that one time. It's like, oh shit,
fuck you. Like, this dude though, like, literally he tried to do everything, because like, I was playing a team and there was 2 guys that were tall, but there was one tall guy that kind of played like a guard, and the other tall one was looking at me like, yeah, I got to guard him. And like, this was like my sophomore year, so I'm 6'4" now, and he's like 5'11". He's like, yo, fuck. This motherfucker was kneeing me in the back, kicking me in the back of my leg, stepping on my foot. Every time I went up, he'd step on my foot. And I was just like,
oh, your shoe coming out around me. Yeah. Your shoe coming off. What?
And like, yo, in the first half, he had me tight. I was so mad. My coach was like, hey, first play out the game, put him on the block. Everybody clear the fuck out. And I was just like, oh, man. And I'm just like, yo. And he goes, nah. He goes, turn around. He goes, face up and hit a jumper on him. Watch his reaction. And I was like, all right. Dude's on me. He's like pushing at me. Turn around. And as soon as I turn around, I hadn't dribbled. I fake right. And he goes, oh, shit. Pull up, hit a little bang jumper. And then I was just like, and then like the second time he's looking around, he's just looking at me like, don't start this shit. And like, I'm, pulling everything from Hakeem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan out of my head that I can do in the game. And I get to the end of the game, and dude's like, man, I was trying to fucking stop you. I did good in the first half, but you let me in for 20 in the second half. And I was like, you kept stepping on my feet. I had to do something. He's like, and I was just like
I said,
in the moment, I wanted to kill him. But afterwards, I was like, I get it. It's like,
you gonna bust a heel.
Well, that was the same game. I went down, I'm coming down the wing, and this dude low bridged me. Like, I was going up, and he fucking low, and I've landed like on my hands and just like rolled through.
Nah, that I would never do.
Oh yeah, he did that shit. I rolled through and I just stood up and like
no, because now we got to square off.
Oh, they called the foul, and like right when I got up, my teammates were like walking me away, and I just look at him and I was like, "Do it again." I was like, "Please do it again." He went to do it again. I went over him and dunked it. Like, he went low as shit, so I just kept going up. And when I did that, I came down and his teammates were like laughing at him. They were like, "Get your ass on the bench." I was like, listen, that's one of the best feelings in the world. When you make the team turn on that nigga, like his own team. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of the playoffs, I was watching both games. Both games were good. Your man Kyrie, like, I give him a lot of slander about the flat earth shit and all that shit. But Yo, he was putting on a master performance. Like he
forgot all about that.
That just irked me. Like specifically because I watch what he does with a basketball. It's like, bro, how? Like, but
that's your personal.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Yeah. But going forward, I will say this, like, because it is Ramadan right now, and for him to even play is very, very hard considering he's Muslim and he's fasting right now. So like I give him a lot of credit and praise for that because
I'm sure he ain't the only one.
No, but I'm saying like he's not. Definitely he's not. And he even mentioned that when they asked him, and he goes, he was just like, I got brothers and sisters around the world doing it as well. And it was like,
no, I'm talking about in the NBA.
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely not. But it was just they brought it up, and like you're watching him play and go, and like he logged some minutes and literally made his first like 11 or 12 shots, and it was crazy. Like there's even a clip of Jay-Z looking like God damn, like he was going off. And then like you saw it when you saw it at the end, and it was like, yeah. And like I even saw something else. It was a soccer game. It started at night, like it started right at sunset. And as soon as the sun went down, they stopped the game, and there was like a player, and they gave him some shit, and like basically they stopped the game to let this dude break his fast. And I was like, that's fucking incredible. I was like, that's up there with the girl that was playing soccer and her hijab fell off, and everybody crowded around her while she fixed it. I was like, that's what the world needs a little bit more of. Just understand it. It ain't about you. They're doing some shit. Take your time, because that was one of the things I was looking at when Dubai was on the table, because I know Ramadan was during my birthday month, and they have their customs and such, but it's kind of like you got to be mindful of that. You can't just drink water and eat out in the open like people are going, it's hard. Like it's hard to fucking fast all day. Like, nah, just step to the side, maybe try not to drink it in front of them. Like try not to drink or eat in front of them out of respect. And it was like, respect. That's the word. Like, so that was, you know what I mean? Seeing dope things like that, I give him credit because he played a hell of a fucking game. Like I was cooking a bunch of shit and I kept going back and I was like, this nigga still aim this? God damn. Like, and granted they're going up against the Cavs, but still, no, like the Cavs actually are building up. Like that kid Darius Garland is a problem. And even Anthony Edwards, the one that was a first round pick, right, he started playing. I laughed at Karl Anthony Towns, but it was like, yeah. And inside the NBA last night, when they was talking about them they said they were over celebrating, they was like,
there's no such thing. Well, sometimes there is. I take that back.
You're celebrating they were like, the argument was you're celebrating this win like you won a playoff series, but this win got you into a playoff series. So it's kind of like you don't want to overdo it, but at the same time, if you at home and you win a game that's crucial and your season doesn't end, you're allowed to kind of celebrate. It's the same thing with football. If you win a football game, I didn't
see it. Were they like popping champagne or some shit?
Patrick Beverley was the most animated, but again, he got matched up against his old team, so he went in there with a chip on the shoulder with something to prove.
And once again, that's Patrick Beverley.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the whole critique of it, somebody was like, Karl Anthony Towns had a trash ass game, and I was like, yeah, I'd kind of look at you like, bro, like you went like 0 for 7 or whatever, like add that, maybe hands up, and that's it. Just, you don't want to.
You should just.
Good job, y'all. Like it's.
That's what I would do. Just
y'all did great. Yeah, like, I helped, but y'all did great. Like,
and I'm moving on, but
yeah. So now we got Charlotte and the Hawks, which I'm intrigued because disrespectful ass Trae Young versus Melo Ball. That's an intriguing matchup with those two teams and what they got. Because I kind of want to see Trae Young in the playoffs again, even though he's not going to be playing in the Madison Square Garden. Foul him.
No, hold up.
That was you last year.
I'm not wishing zero harm on Trae Young. Any harm. I'm not wishing any harm on Trae Young whatsoever. I am not wishing any harm on Trae Young whatsoever.
Not at all.
Oh, hold up. Nah.
This nigga just walked. He popped up on screen. Hold with the chain out. Is that a members only? Oh, no, it's like Adidas. Oh.
It's Adidas. Hold up. The way he walked in there, I might have take that back just
You know what? Fuck that nigga.
Why he got pop up on the screen right when I said that, too?
With the link.
But no. Seriously, I don't wish any harm on that gentleman. But with that being said, in 2022... slapping his back. So
don't come to Philly with that shit. Fair enough. Slapping his back. Like, it is, though.
It is. Yeah. Oh, it's back. Yeah. Chris Rock ain't been the only motherfucker getting slapped since I've seen some shit this week.
Oh, who else got slapped up?
Oh, my God. It was horrible out there this weekend.
Listen, I was inside, so please inform me.
They out there slapping his back. They getting it. Like, oh, what?
Actually, no. I think I saw the little. It was, you know, that Las Vegas scoop. I saw the clip at Tao Beach. I was like, I was like, I saw somebody uncle walk up. Like,
there's a few spots out here where it's just like they handing them out. They are handing them out.
To quote Rakim, suckers get smacked up. Now it's like, you know what I'm about. Knocking niggas off, knocking niggas out. Speaking of songs where violence happens,
I still want. I saw them replay it over on season 3 of ATL Atlanta. Excuse me.
Okay.
Where the old head comes in, it slaps the young man, the young boy. Just remember the quick 3.
It's like, you got to think about, like, what just happened. Like, shit, I even went back. I don't know if you ever seen that clip. It was on the Steve Harvey show, but he had the two.
That was funny.
He had the brothers from North Carolina that had like a food truck, and they did like stuffed chicken wings, and he was eating. He's like, I had a black ass moment.
I remember that
when he ate the mac and cheese, and he just walked over. He's like, you know it's good. Your daddy talking, boy. Like,
sometimes you got to slap somebody upside the head and be like, why is this food so good? I get it.
That's why I always understood who made my burger? Who made this shit good as fuck. You need to make my shit every time.
Like you get angry
aggressive
with
compliments.
Like, so I get it.
You remember Juice? Remember when Blizzard robbed the diner? Strip, you two, hurry up, because you look good. Like, nigga, chill.
I don't know about all that, but
no, it's just that aggression. Like,
wow. Okay.
Okay, I'm wrong. It's like I'm recording a clip of a movie.
I'm talking about slapping this shit.
No, I'm just saying the energy, not so much the act.
I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, Trae Young.
Like a hip check or something. It's like set a pick on that guy. Like,
I remember he ain't but what 5
something.
Yeah, 5. Leave it at that.
They're like, you a dunk on you go. Like,
that's all. Hey, that's all I'm saying. I wish no harm on that gentleman. I keep on saying that.
No, permanent.
If something were to happen to him, slap his back. I would not be surprised if someone was just like, yo, something happened in the foul line, Trae Young got slapped. What, some players just he
gonna nutmeg the wrong player. It almost happened with Trevor Ariza. Like,
so therefore, why I'm saying what I'm saying is, I would not be surprised if this playoff season in 2022, Trae Young got slapped in Charlotte.
Or Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Depending on how he moves
Especially
along.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Especially in Brooklyn.
I will say this. The one thing I'm looking forward to so much in these playoffs is tweets from delusional Laker fans. I'm sorry.
This is why I don't have Twitter. No, I don't. This is where you take over.
I have friends that are Laker fans.
I don't have Twitter. So
and I love my friends, but I tell them, like, Laker fans, y'all are almost more delusional than Cowboy fans. Almost. Sorry, Cowboy fans might be the most delusional fans in sports. Like, you calling yourself America's team when another franchise won 6 in the gap where you didn't win at all.
Question: who's more delusional? Who's the more delusional fan? Excuse me, pardon me. Out of the three I'm about to say. Cowboy fans, Laker fans. Let me say this so you can hear it. Cowboy fans, Laker fans, LeBron fans or stans?
Ooh.
Who's more delusional?
All right. So I got Cowboys number 1.
Cowboys are number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kind of got... I'm going to put in LeBron stans / LeBron haters as number 2. And then Laker fans is number 3. And the reason I say that is because the justification of why LeBron is the greatest, the only thing I've seen that is more preposterous are the justifications of why he's not great. If that makes any sense. Like, I've literally seen somebody be like, yo, like, when we make the argument...
Say it one more time. The justification.
So the justification, the one side that justifies his greatness, the only people as delusional as that are the people who try to ignore how great he is.
I got you. Okay.
And I'm just like, the man's great.
That part
I have to admit it. He is great. He is the most complete player I think I've ever seen. He's the most durable player I can recall ever, as many careers as I've seen. He's missed more games these past couple years.
Complete. Durable, yes. I won't say complete.
I say it's complete as far as like what he brings to the game as the vision, the playmaking ability, the scoring ability, the defense. You know what I mean? The elevating other players, like those intangibles. I have to give him that. He made Mo Williams the most.
That's the part I disagree on.
I understand that, but Mo Williams was an all-star because of him. Mo Williams ain't averaged anywhere close to what he averaged that one year he played with LeBron. Like, you made this man. This man's name is going to be in history books. I give him that. With that said, I was sitting there talking with somebody, and they were. Go ahead.
Okay.
So the LeBron pro and haters.
Williams looked great, but also at the same time, look what he had to do to become great.
Absolutely.
With Dwayne.
LeBron is not my favorite. I've openly stated that. And when you critique the argument of who's the greatest of all time, for me, having been born in '83, I've seen a lot more basketball. I have Magic higher.
Damn.
I have Magic higher than LeBron.
That's a lineup.
Yeah. Oh, Jalen Rose, stay with it. Jalen. You notice Jalen Rose never tags his barber, like ever. Salute to that man. Like, run a school. Like, go nationwide, brother. Like, take over Supercuts.
Wow.
Whew. That shit is all like Steve Harvey's wasn't that crispy. It really wasn't. That is like perfect. Like,
and I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm not, but.
The tangibles I look for to describe greatness are a little bit different in the skew than somebody else's. Like, I look at your finals record. That matters to me. Magic Johnson went 5-4. I give you that. At the very least, he's over 50%. Bird went 3 or 4, however many he was in. Mm-hmm. I mean, Isaiah Thomas is 2-0. Like, he's 100%. Even Kobe. Kobe was what, 5 and I want to say 3 or 2. He lost like 2 finals. He lost the one against Detroit. Correct. And the one against the Celtics. The first one, and then they beat him the second time.
So that's 2.
So 2, yeah. He was 5-2.
I think
that's better than 4-6. It is. It's like 40%. Like, don't get me wrong. And LeBron, I give him a credit because you made like 8 or 9 straight finals, which is crazy. I give you that.
And it was like he made it to the finals, and I'm just like, I went to school.
Yeah, I mean,
what I did there.
The argument gets different because the only metric I compare it to is Magic. Magic made it and won his 5, and it's like, yeah. But it was more so like when we make the argument with Jordan being the GOAT.
Magic made it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it. But well played. It's like,
I was waiting for you.
Yeah, I was like. Now? But like when I say like, oh, like you got Jordan over LeBron, yeah, why? Because in the highest level of competition, Jordan walked in and he never walked out without a chip or a finals MVP. Like, he was the best player every time he made it to the finals. And he proved it.
And he definitely made the people that he played with better. Mm-hmm. And that's without an argument. You can't say that.
And you know what I mean? Like, and even I give him credit because he said he went to Miami to learn how to win. Completely understand that.
So,
and the truth of the argument really was, I really felt one of the unsung reasons of why the Heat won was Chris Bosh. Like, he doesn't get as much credit like as he should, because when you look at the defense of that team and when they were on point, it was Chris Bosh leading them. When they beat the Spurs, It was Chris Bosh that made that block. You know what I mean? And like the supplement players. My gripes with LeBron has always been the same. And it's like, you can build a team around him, but you have to always look at the personnel you have and you have to make adjustments. And if you don't make adjustments, you're going to be able to be beaten.
That goes for sure.
Because I was tripping out. I found out DeMar DeRozan, who was balling this year, wanted to go to the Lakers. And I'm like, that would have made a difference. And even now they're talking about with Frank Vogel, they were like, yo, like it was kind of wild. Like, the Woj tweeted during the game and he was like, yeah, they said they're going to fire Frank Vogel on Monday. And his response, I ain't heard shit. It's like, I was like, yo, like Laker fans, I think that's y'all coach. Like, I think that's who y'all need. Like, it's like, I ain't heard shit. That's a real nigga moment. Like, I fucks with it.
Spaceballs all over again.
We ain't found shit. Yeah, and
we love to not know shit.
But going back to the three,
heard shit.
Going back to the three, and I'm probably gonna get. Well, I don't think any of my family members listen to this podcast. At least Dallas Cowboy fans in it, because that whole side from Texas. Dallas Cowboys are arguably the most delusional fans out. Y'all still call yourself America's team? Nah, it's like not for a while, bro. The cheerleaders get more recognition than y'all. That's number one.
Okay.
LeBron haters / lovers.
I'll give you that.
2, because y'all will point out metric stats and maybe you don't get the fuck out of. Man lost because he lost. Like, he played a better team. And then Laker fans, which I respect real Laker fans because they're honest about their delusion. They'll sell you about their success and they have a high expectation of it. But I'm tired of people just thinking, and this goes for basketball particularly, just because you put a roster together of 2 or 3 megastars, if you want to call them that, or a big 3 or whatever, I don't mean that shit's going to work.
True.
Boston worked, because Rondo became a factor and kind of helped everybody going in. But the big 3 they had all did different things.
I wanted to fight him for some reason.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a fightable dude. I think if you wanted to fight Rondo, Rondo would understand.
It was specifically when he was in Boston. Specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, it was only when he was in Boston.
Look, I'm a Kentucky Wildcat fan. And he went there, and I still don't kind of like Rondo. So, like, I get it. Like, but I can't say he's a terrible player. He plays great. It's like,
yeah.
But he's one of those, foul him. Like, he didn't want to screen. Like, if he was happened to, miss this game, we'd be okay. Like, nothing permanent.
To me, he's just the next generation's Reggie Miller.
As far as just the villain, or
yes.
Okay, I was like, okay, that makes sense.
The villain.
Yeah, he's somebody.
I
that
always look at Reggie Miller as a villain.
Listen, that's why I was so like when he retired, and even New York like gave him the standing ovation. Like, thank you. Like, we have memories because of you. Like, we hated you, and you took that on the chin. Like, I respect that. Like, and
I remember when Mike was just like, I've had enough.
But what did Reggie do back? He pushed the shit out of him and hit that 3. It was like, well, like.
So I was just like, that's what I was doing. Like, fight him. Quit playing. Just punch him now.
The 90s, you can do it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like I was saying, the Boston Big 3, you had Garnett post player, you had a shooter in Ray Allen, you had a slasher in Paul Pierce.
Right.
3 different people doing different jobs. It's the same thing we do in nightlife and said, if you do this and I do this and you do this, somehow all this shit's going to get done. Because we're taking on different tasks and we have our different skill sets.
And this dickhead just had to come out of nowhere.
And here you come, hanging out while we working. Yo, why are you here, bro? Like, and you know what I mean. But even like Miami's Big 3 worked.
Yeah. Look, I'm not knocking it. I just can't understand a lot of the science. A lot of
it's the dedication to me.
The blind faith.
Yeah, it's like
where it's just like, no, that's my guy, and I get it.
I do the same thing with Kanye fans. I just like everything he does is great. Like, it's okay.
No, and I'm 100%. I got the shirt that says sometimes I miss the old Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
My question now, keeping it on football, Raiders or Cowboy fans? The reason I ask you that because of where we live now.
I feel like
we've dealt with a lot of the both. I will say.
I feel like Raiders fans are honest about their shittiness. Like when their team's sucking, they're just like, "Oh, another year." Like they accept it more when their team's bad. If that makes any sense. Like Dallas fans will be like, "Oh, we got to fire this person," or "Oh, we should have got this person," or whatever.
So it's still gonna be Dallas all the way around.
I still got Dallas, like, because like it's.
I was just curious because since we have to deal with it more.
Because it's like how's your team not that good, but your chest is out about them. If that makes any sense. Like, you've never seen a Redskins fan, we're the best, are you?
Commanders.
Oh, sorry. Still should have been Red Tails. Now, it's like, yeah, I'm like, I forgot about that, which apparently I laughed because they were like, I guess they're in trouble again. Like Congress said they did some illegal shit. And somebody was like, yo, they can escape racism and sexism and misogyny. You're not escaping capitalism. Like, you made money how? Like, and I was like, he's right though. Like, IRS coming for that money. Like, they gonna try to get Dan Snyder the fuck out of there. Like, yo, bro, look, all this shit happened. Yeah. Like,
why is he still there?
Because he owns it. Like, nobody.
But no, seriously, why is he still there?
I think he owns the controlling interest, so he has to step down for him to leave. Which is crazy. Like, I'm sorry, after the whole thing with their cheerleaders, I thought that nigga should have got out of there for real.
That's what I'm saying. If he disappear,
nobody's gonna say nothing. Who? Like, who? Wait, we're not getting into the Justice League? Like, they gonna think Zack Snyder. They're not gonna think Dan Snyder. Like,
whenever I hear Dan Snyder, I think Dan Schneider. What one of the dudes that had like the kid fetish or Nickelodeon fetish. From Head of the Class. Remember the show Head of the Class back in the day?
Rob Schneider?
One of those Snyders. One of those dudes. Oh, Dan, Rob.
There's Snyder and Schneider. Just saying, it's like, it gets confusing.
Berenstain. However you want to look at it.
Now I just went back to Peacemaker. You know? It is the Berenstain Bear. What?
However you want to look at it. I heard the new one was fishy wet place was Sweden or something like fishy place. Fishy cold place was Sweden.
The Swedish fish?
Fishy cold place. That's the name of Sweden. Like, people didn't know that Sweden was called Sweden. It was called the Fishy cold place. Look, I just been
the
on
place
Earth.
That's not Switzerland. Yeah, like,
look, I just know I've been on Earth
for a minute,
and I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
So once
they pull up, y'all coming? Like, bag. How's the bag already packed? Like,
it's already packed. What are you talking about? I have a backpack.
You got a go bag ready for space. Like, I'm out. Like,
not much in it. Not a whole lot. Condoms.
You Captain Kirk.
Just in case.
You might come across a green baddie. Like, hey, what's up? Like
a little journal pen. Batteries for no reason, just in case.
You never know. If anybody happen to have batteries, I do. Like, yes.
That's really about it. Ain't no food in there yet. That would be a last minute thing. Just grab it.
Look. Just run me by the Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
and then I'll take whatever y'all got.
Like, we gonna stop somewhere, right?
They got Chick-fil-A in space.
So, it's not a well thought out plan.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they're gonna be hospitable. Like, y'all really all about the anal probes. Oh shit! All right. God damn. Then drop me back off, please.
You know what? You don't got to drop me where I was at. You can just drop me up, like, Bora Bora. Just leave me there. Like, yeah.
No, because then I'm just broken Bora Bora. Like,
you'll figure it out. I know you.
My phone's still here. Like, shit.
That first week will be rough, but then after that, something will happen. It's like,
no, they're going to drop me back off at the crib. I got a dog still. Fuck. Be responsible again.
Back to this life.
Yeah, that's a big what if.
I would say Moon Knight got me really wanting to go to Egypt.
I would like to go back now. I would.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, so you have been to Egypt? Because we talked about it last episode, and you were talking about the rhino. When we said Egypt, you said the rhino, so I assumed you.
No,
did.
but I have been to Egypt.
Okay, no, I didn't know because you never said. You were like, no, the rhino. So I was like, had you been to Egypt?
That I did mean the rhino.
Oh yeah, I know you meant
So
the rhino.
go back.
No, I knew that, but I never asked the question. Had you been to Egypt?
I've been once. I would like to go back.
I definitely want to go.
I caught up on all. Am I caught up on all 3 episodes? Yes, I am.
As am I.
Because this one because they were there, of course.
I've even watched the joints with the Easter eggs and like the breakdowns and all that too, because I don't know much about this character. So like seeing everything and then like finding out about like how he's tied to the Midnight Suns and all this, and I'm like, oh, this is more.
Well, you now know more about him than I do.
Okay.
Because
Yay.
there was a run where Moon Knight came back in popularity. Mm-hmm. Early 2000s, I believe.
Like I've heard of the character. I just never like delved into
He's been around for a while. Character's been around forever. But then he like there was like a rise in popularity where they did like a relaunch of his series. Great artwork at the time, and that's what really got me interested with the artists that they had him. Pardon me, excuse me. And so I was like, I ran with that, and it had this whole Bushwhacker storyline.
Bushman or whatever.
I think it was Bushwhacker, or maybe Bushman. Maybe
I think it's Bushman.
One of the two. And yeah, it was Bushman storyline, and that whole artwork with that. And then something happened where I just stopped reading that particular book. I don't know if it was canceled or something or whatever, but I stopped reading it. And next thing I know, he pops up with this multiple personality thing and the whole Mr. Knight personality, the whole taxi driver personality.
Yeah. Which that was, I guess, Stephen Grant in the comics. Stephen Grant was the millionaire or the billionaire, but they changed that because they didn't want to do it like they wanted to be like Batman.
Yeah, because Stephen Grant's more like a Batman billionaire character or,
like a Bruce Wayne
personality. Mark Spector's still like the mercenary.
Mm-hmm. There's like the
taxi driver. I forgot that name.
Jake something.
Jake Lockley.
Yeah.
Is another personality. And then I guess at one point he started taking on personalities where he thought he was like Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain America or some shit.
They even said Khonshu might be a personality. It's like,
and that's when I stepped away.
I will say, because they dedicated this last episode to, I'm going to fuck up his last name, but Gaspar Ulil. He was the actor who played Margot. The dude when they went to where they had the 2 pyramids at when they were looking at
the one who passed away.
Yeah, he passed away like after he filmed his scenes and such. Right. And even the dude that was his guy, the black dude that was like his guy, like his right hand man, that dude has actually worked with my mom on her project. His name is Loic Manzamba or something like that, but he's an actor and like dancer and all that. But like literally my mom has like worked with him when she was like first started filming her project that she's doing now. And it was cool to see that. And I will say the one thing I've noticed is like they have a lot of consultants on it. Like the showrunner is Mohammed Dabib or whatever is, I can't say his last name, but he's Egyptian. So like the touches that he's putting in, like the kind of jousting thing that they were doing on the horses. And
all right, so we're talking about
Moon Knight and the
bad wife.
The bad wife. like I listened back to last week's episode and you were like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, brother, like it's okay. Like we might have to go for that one, but
I'm leaving it that one.
Yeah, it's just
she's nice.
But yeah, they have like I like the input that they're getting from all different sources. Like you have Egyptian, putting in the cultures and such. They even have
really liking the music.
Yeah, and they even have a mental health professional that's a consultant and the verbiage that they use and stuff like that. Because like DID there's certain traits of DID that are different from other mental disorders, like dissociative identity disorder. One of the things that they'll do is like they were saying, remember how she was mad that he was like 20 blocks away from where like she was?
Right. I thought it was like 2 blocks.
Yeah, she was like not like less than like 2 miles. It was not far, but one thing about dissociative, it has been shown that they'll take like parts of certain things from one personality and apply it to another.
Right.
Like how he knew the poem and, you know, like the way he like pushed it in. But I'm already starting to see that this shit is about to take a turn. It's like, cause he's not answering questions. And like when she was like, this is about my dad, and he just shut the fuck up. And even after like the dude Mero was like this and this, and I'm like, I'm already getting an idea if you did some shit that you definitely not proud of. And you know you did it.
What was that?
Mark.
I have no idea what's going on.
And I'll say this. Apparently, one of the rumors is that when he was on the end of the second episode, when he was on the floor, that wasn't Mark. That was one of the other personalities, like Jake or whatever. Because even in this episode...
What now?
Remember at the end of the second episode when he ends up in Egypt?
Yes.
And he's sitting on the floor, but like they said that may not be Mark.
Oh, okay.
And even in this episode, you kind of saw it because he was Mark, saw Steven, and then had an episode, and it wasn't. And Steven's like, I didn't do that. And so it's like,
yeah. And then in the third episode,
yeah. So it's like, and then it's kind of like, you know, I did some reading up and looking into it, and it was like Khonshu, which is kind of you definitely can tell that this dude don't have like you hiding a lot, bro. Like you're on some shady shit. You can totally tell it.
No, he's a fucking statue now, literally.
Yeah, that whole thing with the avatars, that scene was crazy too. Like I was like, that shit was dope. Like I was like, oh, like I like how you kept hearing the noise of the portal.
I kept looking at the other chick,
the one that would give him the info.
Yeah. I was like, I've seen her somewhere before.
Yeah, she looks like the chick from Eternals, which was tripping me out. She looks like the chick that played Cersei.
That's something else.
No, I know it's not her. I was saying that's what she resembled.
No, I'm saying I've seen her in something else. Because I think she may be Native American, and I think there was a movie I saw her in, and that's what I remember. Anyway, but it's a way better show than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I didn't know how far Disney was going to go with some of the violence. I'm going to say, even though they don't have the blood, I'll take what they've been showing.
I mean, I think it's been kind of brilliant because you can do that given the state of Mark having like where he kind of like blacks out a little bit, and you end up with the blood, and then like the fight scenes and everything was. I thought that was dope. I liked how he turned into Mr. Knight, and then it was like, oh shit, I don't want this. Take the body back. And it's like, and then when she broke off the necklace thing that she had, and I was like, yo, like,
and she started handling no boy.
Yeah, but you know, apparently, like you said, even in the second episode, that she was the choice for his avatar. He wanted her to be that. That was her. Apparently, I think that was his first choice, and Mark stepped in.
That's what
it's feeling like, and I'm like, that's gonna make it interesting.
That's something I was saying, where it's like maybe she was doing some of the dirty work and he stepped in for her.
I felt like because of her father, like her father getting killed, and like the justice and all that.
See,
yep.
See,
Trae Young back on the screen.
No, not even. I wasn't. I was talking about the shorty in the background shooting for the gram or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's normal, bro. Like,
see, but I'm not hating.
Just observing. And critiquing.
Observing and critiquing. I was just say, okay. Yeah. I saw them hips.
Yeah, but so far, so good. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Too. She probably got the butt pads.
Oh, yeah, because I already put you on to one female wrestler. I got another one to put you on to.
Oh, what?
The female wrestler, like how you saw Maddie Sachs that one time.
There's no replacing her. No, sorry.
All right, we're going to get a reaction right now. Watch this.
Won't get it.
If I told you she's your type.
Still won't get it. Nope.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Told you.
I seen her and I was like, that's Jada. Like, it's like,
not
okay.
me at all.
It's bad and thick. I was giving you a compliment. That's all.
One more time. I'm making sure. Talking about the one on the right, right?
Yep.
Nah.
Okay.
Looks familiar, though. Now I'm going through her face.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Nikita Lyons is their WWE name, but either way.
Mandy.
Okay, fair enough. I already told you I have mine, so hey, so you gotta have them. So it's like
that is too short.
Okay.
That's more heel. She would be more. This is not, and I'm not saying this with disrespect at all. for me, I'm assuming she's probably like 5'2", 5'3".
That's too short for you?
No.
Okay.
But the build maybe.
Okay.
It's
you got to see the proportions of it, everything together. I completely understand that because you and I have had this talk many times, and I said I don't know what I like till I see it. Because like I said, I treat like women.
Because like I said,
shoes and hip hop.
In that picture, she's sitting down. She's got heels on. It's just like I need to see her flat footed in the ring type.
Better.
No.
Okay. I'm good. I found a picture where she's standing. It's like, you go get him, Drogo.
Nah, I'm cool.
All right. Mandy Sachs. There you go. Like, I can't look. I'm not mad at the choice. Like, I'm really not. Like, yeah, like baddies.
My friends don't know me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, that's that. I could see why you would think that, but no.
Okay. Probably because I've had a few people hit me up about her, and I'll be like, if anything, I wanted to see what you thought, because a few people were like, yo, who's this girl? Like,
nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, as I get progressive in time, that's my new way of saying
okay. Yeah. I say level up, but I feel
level up.
Yeah. Reach a new level.
As I level up, it's like I'm liking them smaller for some reason.
You go through phases.
And it's just, they got this one at work.
There's always one at work. There's always one at work.
There's actually a handful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say, I'm not saying anything negative, but I'm just like,
Lord. You know it's real when you look at a girl and ask for guidance, Lord. Like,
I don't even want to know her.
Yeah.
I've even tried to introduce myself to her.
Oh, yeah, just not worth it.
No, I'm good. Nah, I'm fine.
See, I always get that, but it was
She
like,
smiled at me. I looked at whatever.
as long as you're not negging her, bro. Like, as long as
It wasn't even that. I was just,
no, as long as you're not doing that.
No,
Like, I feel like you're better than that.
I hit her with a morning and that kept it moving.
Cordial. You're just cordial, yeah. But sometimes, like see, you were.
I really don't even know her name. I really don't.
You and I were talking, like when you were talking, and you were just like, "That's like, if I see you and like I can tell you're bad, okay, I see you. What's up?" But like, I can't act. I'm not gonna act like I'm fazed by it. Like, okay, like, nah, you fine. I get it. And it just moves on from there, because I always see it. And then when you see like the one that like everybody might like or whatever, and I'm like, I feel like you're skipping over a lot of potential over here. Like in the middle.
She's not even that. Like, she's not like one that everybody is like flocking to. Just me.
Oh.
No, no, like when I say just me, but like she has my attention. But I'm not allowing her to get it. Like,
you're not allowing to hold it. Like,
exactly. Where it's just like, no, Jada, no. Don't talk to her. Ignore her. Put your head down.
Basically, you're gonna have to press me for me to be in this situation.
And I don't try to like I said, good morning.
It's different too when you work pools, because I'm like I've said this before. I'm like, you're in a bikini all day at work, so I can see you. So now that I can see this, and like I go back to the Sling Johnson. The container looks great. The milk might be spoiled on the inside, so I'm cool with the visual and leave it there. Just because it's like, you don't want to sit there and like meet a girl that you think is gorgeous or cute or whatever, and then she dumb. And like there's just different types of dumb, but there's like, you're dumb but you can be helped, or you're dumb and you're not trying.
Once again, I'm not saying she's any of those things.
I'm that's me using an example of like, you could sit there and see like, oh yo, she's pretty, and then you talk with her and be like,
this is me just saying, no, Jada.
Are you like, no, like,
no, just don't do it. It's just
that used to be I used to do that shit. Be like, girl, hi. No. Be like, what's that? No reason. Like, mind your business.
For some reason, my mind's saying, make mistakes
elsewhere. Not here.
Yeah.
I've seen the money. Like, no. Like,
That's really about it.
See, when I told you when I was in New Orleans and I had the thing with someone that was there, it was just like, this shit comes back on me too quickly. So it's like, no, like I said this before, I'm very cautious about messing with any woman that has my mother's phone number. Well, in the situation of production, you know what I mean? Like, my mom pays you. Yeah, leave me alone. It's nice to meet you. Cool. If I'm helping you or being nice, it's part of the job frame of what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm not even interested because this won't end well. If I get a phone call or a text, can I talk to you about such and such? Nope. It's like, nope. Like, you remember how your man Mark didn't answer no questions on that in that car? Yeah. That's me. That's me, bro. Like, I sat there and watched it. I was like, oh, so that's what that looks like. Okay. Like, don't worry about it.
And that's how you're supposed to do it, folks. Just be quiet sometimes.
Listen.
But unfortunately, I didn't see any movies because I just had to catch up on TV, so I couldn't tell you about anything.
You've been watching shit, but yeah,
I've been watching everything.
Because you said you caught up on Grand Crew.
Well, I was already caught up on Grand Crew.
Are you still on the same verdict of kind of deciding whether you like it or not?
I just realized I watched all the episodes though, so I guess I like it because I've been watching it in tandem with.
Bel-Air?
No, what's the other one?
Abbott
Elementary.
They just finished their second season.
I'll watch The Rock, Abbott Elementary, and Grand Crew all in one sitting.
Okay.
That was like my typical whatever. And then I realized, oh shit, I've watched everything, but I'm still on the fence about Grand Crew, even though I've seen it. Like I like Nicole Byer, or I think that's her.
Yeah, Nicole Byer. Yeah. She's funny.
So she's funny. She really holds it down. But other than that,
she's even on Wipeout with John Cena, and she's a fool.
so other than that, I'm just like, but she's not on the show that much.
Okay.
But like I said, Abbott Elementary really hold it down.
I did not expect
Moon
it to
Knight's
be like
been holding
that.
it down.
I told you to watch Bust Down. I'm gonna get to Bust. I'm on my third go round with that one because that shit is utterly ridiculous.
Like I said, I had what was it? I had to catch up on Atlanta. Yeah. Caught up with that. That I'm lost, especially with that first episode of the season. It had nothing to do with anything.
Which that's Atlanta. What was it? The Teddy shit with the Michael Jackson?
It was along those. It was along those lines.
It's like, how long have we been here?
I was like, are you dreaming about another nigga having a bad dream? Yeah, because that's how I looked at it.
You said you watched that Endgame,
the show Endgame. That's like almost along the lines of
the Blacklist and
the Blacklist. Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm still going through it. I'm like 5 seasons in. Anything with Morena Baccarin, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Anything she does, pretty much I'll watch because I think like she's just a badass actor. Mm-hmm. She can be serious, but she can also make me laugh. Right. Like I loved her in Gotham. I loved her in Deadpool. Like really Deadpool, yeah, especially in Gotham. So it's like. She plays that villainous well. Yeah, and the accent. And the accent. Get behind. Well, she has an accent now on this one where she's like Russian or Eastern European.
Eastern European.
Just add to it.
So, yeah, but other than that, like everybody else in the cast is fucking fantastic. And it's just like, now it's on some like, what the hell is going on type of
kind of can be fun. Like, can be exactly. Fun. Like, I have no idea what's going on.
I've given up on Snowfall. 100% done. I don't care what they do now. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. I'll go back and catch up with time before I watch.
I've never watched that episode. I've seen clips of it. Like I've seen the whole thing where he's going off.
Anybody that knows anything about Snowfall? Anybody knows what I'm talking about? First, it was a tiger. I think that was like 2 weeks ago, or maybe last week. No, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Then it was now the wedding. Where everybody and their mother show up. All the ops show up. Basically what happened. But everybody's supposed to be cool with that.
Yeah.
It's just...
confusing.
And you know what? No, I'm not even going to
like I said, my experience with the show is I've seen that meme when he's going off and get mad, nigga mad, because I don't like how another nigga talk. Like, I was like, you made that Scarface turn already. Like, I can see it. Like,
it just, I'm done. That's about it. I bought another Doctor Strange ticket because I was just like, I was just for the simple fact to have it on that app is why I bought it. So on opening night.
You're hype beasting. So you're not gonna do like you did with the Eternals and see it twice?
I might take back the get my refund back on the whatchamacallit one, or just give it to y'all if you want it. If you're here,
I'm here.
But it's over here across the street.
Oh, okay.
And I don't fuck with that theater.
Okay. It's like you bought it out of spite. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I did see the final trailer.
And I didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, I did see the final trailer.
Is that petty?
A little bit, but sometimes you got to be petty. We opened up and me talking about being petty.
What did I say? What did I say before though? I pay a lot of money to be lazy.
Oh, and yo, bro, you were like, your energy was like, yo, like nothing against y'all, but I got a beef with them because I can't do the simplest shit
that I paid my money to do. Yeah. So I wanted to do that.
The only time I've had a beef like that, I had a beef with DoorDash. Because I'm like, I ordered from this restaurant. Yeah. This restaurant is closed. Yeah. You advertise that it's open. Yeah. So, well, we can give you credits. I don't want credits. Just give me my money back so I go get something else to eat.
Basically.
Because the place is closed. And they were like, oh, my, it's the pandemic. I understand why places are closed. Yeah. Cancel the transaction. Well, it may take, this is some bullshit. It's like.
But no, my thing with that was I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to be able to do. And so I got lucky. That theater that in time that I wanted had like one seat open in a good spot. So I was just like,
I'll take it. Yoink.
I ain't fucking nobody right now, so shit.
Why is that a justification of shit? I said that to somebody. It's not like I'm not fucking nobody, so I might as well. Like, wait, what? Like, I don't like that. Like, why is that a justification?
It makes sense to me.
I didn't know it made sense, but I'm like, how?
Like the first time I bought a ticket was one. Like,
oh,
are there movies out there that I know that I'm going to see? Whereas, like, I know that there's a couple movies out there where it's like there's a girl or two that's like we should go see this together. Doctor Strange 2 ain't one of them. So, that being said,
I just realized something too.
What's that?
I didn't tell you about the baseball game. We went to the baseball game last week after the episode. Me, Annie, and her kids.
And the ex showed up.
Nah, we ended up sitting with her. Like, just me sitting
she ain't here for that.
That shit was funny to me because I watched the whole thing happen. I was like, I'm literally like, you ever gone back and forth looking between two people and be like, you realize it? Hey, I was cracking jokes and she was laughing. So it's like, the stadium's nice though. I've never been there, so it was fun. It's like,
I've been there. I ain't speaking on shit. I won't dare.
That shit was funny. We're sitting there like literally.
You, her, and him.
Literally, I'm sitting there and I'll say this much. Number one, we had a great time. And there was these three dudes that were like a couple rows ahead of us, like some to the side. Typical like baseball fans. But like number one, I give them mad props because they were having fun. They were funny as shit. Like the shit talking, it was like, look at you, cornfed and inbred, like talking shit to the players and shit. And I'm just like, bro, one dude had the ill stash, and I was like, you're nasty. I can tell by the mustache. And then it was funny as fuck, bro. Like,
some people ain't never been slapped.
You could just, you can look at somebody and be like, you a nasty dick. Like, it was one of those things. But I give them credit because they looked back and saw that the kids was right there and like they kind of edited it themselves, but still were talking shit. And I can respect that because you're like, all right. What was funny was Lil Man had a moment where I guess he asked for a hot dog, but like he was like, I want this now. And I'm just like, yo, chill. Like, and like these dudes, they're white. They all turn back and they're looking and I was like, yo, like, that's how you end up getting your ass beat. And like, he's looking at that. And he looks over at them and they're like, yeah. I was like, my guys. Like, and it was like, yo, like one dude was like, yo, chill. Like, you're bugging. Like, Little Man wanted a hot dog though, so I get it. It's like,
watch your mouth.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that shit was, it was a fun time. It was definitely hilarious. That was just one of those things that just like stuck with me. It's just, yo, bro, you're wildin'. Just don't do it. And I'm like, nigga, that's Uncle Duty. Hey, I'm telling you, you're wildin'. Yeah. Hey, all right. You know what's coming next. It's like, I did my part. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else that I've been watching. Definitely not this Mayan shit that's been on. Like, they tabbed me out with Sons of Anarchy. I'm good. It's like, I cared way too much about that show. So it's like, about the original, not this one. Yeah, like, I know. I guess they're tied into it or whatever, but
they are tied into it.
Yeah. Well, no, I think even like Sam Crow, like this new season is like really about like some kind of feud or whatever. That's what sucks about when you don't watch a TV show. You still get updates on what the season's going to be about.
Like I said, I haven't watched it in a minute, but who knows? But other than that, I got nothing else.
Only thing else I got is just some new music. That's it. Been playing that new Vince Staples, Ramona Park Broke My Heart. Digging it. I've been watching a few interviews on him, and he said something that I kind of really liked because, yeah, he's from Long Beach, and he raps about being a Crip and all that, but he's literally talked about it, and he's like, he started rapping like 17. He just turned 28. And he's like, this might be the last album where you hear the content in this manner. He's like, I've grown up, I've removed myself from it, and like, I've told these stories, but I'm at a time in my life and place in my life where none of that is really prevalent and going on. And I'm like, I can respect and appreciate good growth like that.
And that is the reason why I didn't partake in this album, I can say, because I thought for a very long time Vince Staples has outgrown music. And there's a lot more out there
than just music
for him.
I agree with that completely. I will say those.
I'm not saying I don't like his music, because that's not the case.
We talked about the last album. We talked about the last album that dropped that was like different.
I want something else from him. Like, I feel like he's just better than music.
He's like low key brilliant. Like, he's really funny.
I'm just waiting for whatever that is. If like, that makes sense.
Oh no, I agree with that. Like, I feel like he's definitely like, there's certain people that you can see them like, yo, like this dude could be on a sitcom or in a movie and like have a regular part, but he could fucking steal the show. Like, he has that capability. Like I said, I like that he talked about it, but also when you hear it on the album and like you hear the changes in the sounds and the cadences that he chooses, like, this album is great. The last album before that, like the one Vince Staples, the self-titled one, I'm still kind of blown away by that because, like I said, it was like melodic crippin'. It was like the sound and music did not match the lyrics, but they did. If that makes any sense. It's like, you hear those mashups. Like, did you hear the dude that it was like Instagram and all that? But they mixed up Biggie's Big Papa with Panic at the Disco. It's like, this shit shouldn't work, but it does. And it's just kind of one of those things. But I agree with you. Like, he is funny. Like, seen him in multiple different things where he's either doing interviews or talking. And even when he was in a Lil Nas X video, the quick way that he was funny, yo, get off them people's car. We don't do that. Like, it was just the subtle way of that was like, it was like a fucking hilarious touch. So yeah, looking for that. And I caught bits and pieces of that Pusha T interview with Charlamagne the God. I was not aware about that shit with his parents. He lost his parents like months after each other, like within months of each other. And Charlamagne chimed in with something, and then like Pusha T actually had a moment where like you can see like he got emotional talking about it, but he was like he was like, yeah, he goes one and then the other, he goes, they couldn't stand to be apart from each other, and he was like, that's how I see it. And he's like, and he goes, and like I love, we knew what it was between us. And That, but also the praise he gave Hove, because he's like, there's very few people that can talk that shit more than me. And he's like, oh, I'll put your mansion on my wall. like which
nigga, I have never felt so goddamn small in my life.
Like this piece unique, like talking about the watches and sapphires is one thing. I'll put your mansion on my wall. And he literally, I know he has like, I saw whatever it was, he was doing an interview or whatever, and his backdrop was a $4.5 million painting. Like, and I'm just like, nigga, that's wealth.
That's why there's certain conversations when people are talking where it's just like, I shut the fuck up, I mind my business, because I know that's a tax bracket I'm not in yet.
I'm gonna listen to everything I hear.
Listen.
Oh, I told you.
Fuck up. I'm not even gonna give an opinion.
Listen, I told you about the $50,000 dinner I was at in Miami. Dude sitting next to me, he was like, yeah, he goes, well, I'm about to open my fourth bank. I was like, oh, this is like, you wanted to, I felt like I got kicked in my stomach and my face. Like, oh, it's like.
So when I hear someone say, I'm gonna put your mansion, I got your mansion on my wall, and I'm sitting here thinking like, man, look at my great pad.
And it's nice, but there's levels.
It's like, I'm nowhere yet.
It's like, I'm nowhere near there.
But anyway.
It's like, my house don't match up to your painting. It's like, what mansion? There's one room in this bitch. Fuck you.
Right. And like I said, I was ready to upgrade. Come to find out, this is it. It's like, shit. Like, I ain't got nothing bigger.
It's my ceiling. This is it.
Like,
oh, what, the apartment size is just a different apartment, or it's the same size?
If I were to get the one that had the garage and the balcony, the apartment would be smaller.
I don't know if that's worth it.
And it's not.
Yeah, it's like
I would. The bedroom would be even smaller, and this living room area would not be here almost.
And I think it would be shaped differently.
And the island would be gone.
Oh, nah, you keep the island. It's like I told you when you moved in, this nigga got an island in an apartment, sir. It's like,
so it's just like,
I've been in a lot of apartments. They you won't get a full, like, we're not gonna pan the camera over, but you get a hat. You know, you might get a peninsula in a nice place.
Full island.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got a island.
And this one is not the island. It's a
peninsula.
Yeah, a peninsula shit
where it sticks out, but like, you know, yeah.
A little baby dick hanging out the side. little baby dick hanging out the side of the kitchen, separating the two. So.
Oh God, I'm gonna be in a model home, and you have a peninsula. You mean this baby dick? You know, like, you fucked it up, bro. Like,
so I'm just sitting there like, ugh, disgusting.
Yuck.
Circumcise this thing, cut it off, do something.
It's got a little. Okay, all right. Wow, we really turned into Desus and Mero when Andy's not here. Just straight sushi.
Just saying, like. So it was a whole turn off, and it was just like, well, we can put you up in a 2-bedroom. But then I kept looking at those. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, it's like,
because
it's
just like
it's not worth giving up what you have already.
Even then, it seems smaller.
Yeah,
because then it's like, now I have 2 small rooms.
Yeah, I told you I was still mad because my old apartment where I was at, I was in line for fucking the 1-bedroom townhouse, which for me it was extra space because literally my bedroom and everything was upstairs. The whole living room, kitchen, everything was on the first floor, and I had 2 patios. I was like, bro, this is clutch. Like, A, I can sit there and, you know, I can have my smoke session upstairs and just be to myself. If I actually had, you know, friends or family and they crash over, yeah, you sleep down there, I'm going up here. You know what I mean? All of that kind of shit. But it was just like, you know, somebody from that complex was like, well, I took it, bitch. It's like, I literally said that in the office. So yeah, just go ahead and put what I paid for it, put that towards my rent. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. It's like, and it was just one of those, you know, it was like, fuck you. But nah, I mean, like I said, I've always been a fan of this apartment. And if you not feeling like you leveling up and you feel like you're losing out on shit, like if it's a smaller space, then yeah, you would not be happy. I know you that much to tell you. You'd be like, nah, fuck this. Like, I might as well just move to a whole new apartment.
I'm just,
complex. It's like,
I'm just going to like I said,
Ride this one out.
I'm riding this one out again.
Year by year.
Because like I said, prices, job, if and when things should go as they go. Don't know if either way. Yeah, I'm playing it by ear.
That's
but
fair.
I'm playing it the best I know how. And the best way that I think it works for me. And working for me right now is settling down for another 12 months. Pardon me, sorry. That was hurting. 12 months. Do another bit, you know. It is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta sit down for a year.
No, it's the doing another bid. Like, I was in, I'm out, I'm in again. I'll go back.
Because that's basically what you're doing. You're locking yourself in for a year.
Yeah. Nah, I just laughed because we know the terminology. I was like, damn, bro. Like, but I feel like you can go.
Now you gotta sit up for a year.
Go to PC. No, it's like, yeah, no.
It's just different. You just get to come and go.
Yeah. Nah, definitely.
This nigga, we just
Patrick Beverly.
you look like you choose violence, man. Come on, what we doing, man? All right, I'm done, man. Because I feel like just talking bad about people for no reason. And I mean, just he talk out the side of his lip, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like, look, your elbow look ashy and everything. Like,
Come on, man. What we doing here? You gonna tell me that you want that nigga on your team for what?
No. I said he's that type of player. There's certain types of players that it's like you'll tolerate it because they're on your side.
I don't know, man.
Oh no, I feel like he's also a player you fight with in practice. So yeah, not on some like Mike Jordan, Steve Kerr. It's like nah, like some Vernon Maxwell. I'm gonna throw a weight at your ass. Like, wow, these sports references are washed.
You know what? This is episode 115.
Yeah, we tried. Toothless Aggression.
We're gonna have
That's the one. That was the quote.
we're gonna have maybe Annie will be back feeling better.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy. This was wild. Moon Knight's good. Yeah, well, I'm done here.
Yeah, I don't really have much else. Y'all be cool. Be good to each other. Wash hands. Wash
hands. Like I
ass.
said, wash hands. Be nice.
Be decent.
Yes.
It costs you nothing.
We'll talk to you later. All right. We're up out of here. Peace.